We have detected Neo-Arcadian units moving through the forest of Vanatre. These forces must be intercepted as soon as possible. Oh, okay. Kill the targets. I mean, that's what Zero's good at, right?
Thank you.
Which one, Loner? It's just... Okay, hang on. First of all, thank you, Loner, very much. Always appreciate. Second of all, did you know that if you go to the website and you look in the upper left of any of the pages, any page whatsoever, there's a little moving ticker that shows the most recent games that have been funded? I'm telling you, I'm going to be plugging the website for the rest of my life. That's just my life. That's just where we're at. Yeah, I was actually thinking about this. I've noticed, because I had some time to peruse while I was waiting for stuff to happen, and I noticed that there's a large tendency to consider this one to be the best of the Zero series. And I'm not sure if that's going to be true for us, but it's interesting to think about. That's true. I don't actually have a website, Loner. It's filthy, God, I can't be clever right now. I'm gonna go ahead and be real. By the way, I'm really tired. I don't mean to complain, but I didn't get to bed till like 1. And in addition to that, I'm a little on the sore side, and I've got about 5 bug bites I've found so far. I imagine that there's probably more than that. So, that's a great time to be playing one of the harder Zero games, is when you're very tired and very sore. This is the smartest thing I've ever done. Get some flame going on. Like, on the one side, it's actually pretty awesome, because the test was successful. I don't think it's negative worthy at Takoida, to be honest. You can disagree with me on that, we can discuss that, but the only time I've actually noticed the boss spam being worth a damn as far as actually being irritating was on the Harpuya fight in 2. Okay. That's a thing. Well, there's 4. And then there's the ZX. Oh, how many ZX games are there? There are 2. Sorry. I can read, I swear. Anyway, so check this out, right? So, as a consequence of, you know, the fact that yesterday was the first time since the surgery that I've been up for doing stuff, we decided to do a bit of a test. So I ripped up a bush and a tree and weed-eated the entire backyard and emptied the garage and cleaned the garage and built the new shelves for the garage and then put everything back in the garage. That probably doesn't sound like a lot of stuff, but it was. Now, the reason I bring that up is we were testing the nose, right, and how I was operating, because I know exactly how I would react to that prior to the surgery. After the surgery, no issues. Didn't run out of breath once. So I'm actually really happy about that. Now, the downside is obvious. But in case I have to say it out loud, I haven't been physically active for about 3 weeks solid. I mean, yes, I started going back to my normal exercises last Thursday. But you get the point, right? If you're very active and then you stop for almost a month and then you go back into it, you're going to be a little sore the next day because your muscles aren't used to it, right? That's how the body works. I'm a little sore today. So, bear with me. I'm a little sore, I'm a little tired, And I've got a billion bug bites because of the aforementioned weed eating. And I put it towards Conker's Bad Fur Day loner. Thank you again. No, I didn't, Mr. Ed. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That's why I ask these questions. And by ask these questions, I mean this is why I say make sure I verbally respond, otherwise I don't see it. Oh, hang on. God, it always formats your statements so weird, Mr. Red. Hang on, let me pull this over here. Okay, so first and foremost, thank you, Mr. Red, very much. I'm sorry you hate Twitch, though. Always appreciate. So this is going towards... Hang on. I'm still putting you down as Mr. Red, by the way. Just so you know. I mean, I don't hate Twitch, but, like, it's kind of like YouTube. Both suck. Really, they do. But at the same time, without them, I wouldn't have a platform to live. It's kind of a weird situation, right? Like, Twitch doesn't really do a lot to support me. In fact, they do effectively nothing, and I make very, very little money off of Twitch. But Twitch lets me stream. I do make money off of streaming. So it's kind of like... Isn't System Shock 2 already on the list? That's a good question, Ginger Overseer. I don't really have a good way to judge that, though. Like you yourself point out, I've been good... This sounds bragging, but whatever. I've been good at Mega Man games since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And I've never stopped being good at Mega Man games because I practice them regularly. Like I said, the last time I played a Mega Man game was like a week ago, not counting the Zero series. Yeah, that's the alternate argument, isn't it, Disco? It's like, well, I mean, if Twitch wasn't there would probably be something else. And honestly, it would probably be also bad, you know, so it's like, whatever. I would actually agree, by the way, Dakota. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased because I'm staring at a giant screen TV, but I've been looking over there at what you're seeing, you know, this thing, periodically. And yeah, it looks like they cleaned it up a little bit for the Switch version, because even if it's this, which is the smallest the Switch gets, it still looks like it's legit. I don't know if they put any work into that or it's just scaling. I have no idea. It's been a very long time since I played the GBA version. Since the games came out, basically. That's not quite true. It's like a couple years after that, but still. But I hate that phrase, Ginger Officer. What am I doing? I'm looking something up. Right. That's what I'm looking up. Where's the easiest way to look that up? Let's do this. Let's go to the website. Did you know I have a website? That's interesting, Zacta. By the way, I have a doctor's appointment at 4 today. If I haven't said that out loud. I'm pretty sure I have said that out loud. This is just a follow-up kind of a thing. But assuming all goes well, I will hopefully have beat the game and finish my post-stream stuff before I have to go to the doctor. And if not, then we'll just be a day behind, and that's whatever. I know, Leander, it's shocking. All right, so... Mr. Red, I've got that down for Futurama, Dead Rising, Diablo 1, Lower Decks. Excuse me. Hang on. We have to actually clarify. Oh, they're going to charge me more money. 100%, guaranteed. So I'm going to put that for Lower Decks, Season 1 and 2, specifically. I think that's actually what's already on the website, but if it isn't, I'm going to clarify that. System Shock 2, whoops, I'm going to put a question mark by. Because I've never tried to get that running on a modern system. The last time I played System Shock 2 was several years ago. So I'm just going to put an asterisk by that. with regards to System Shock 2, because I didn't see it on the website. So, we'll see. Okay, so it feels like I should be able to pull this thing. I believe you, Retu, but forgive me for wanting to do my own due diligence before just accepting that. I would rather check myself, right? I thought System Shock... Ah, I did not even see that. 1 was remastered. You gotta be kidding me, Omega Legion. Where's your friggin' Metroid? But yeah, the whole point is that I don't like to just add a game to the site with, you know, blindly. So what I'll do is I will, off camera, buy the game and see if I can get it into streamable format. Hold on. So that's... Is it not out yet, Plutonia? I'll admit I've completely fallen off the grid on that. Because I know there's System Shock 3, which was announced like 4 years ago. And I have no idea what's going on with that at this point. And then there's the remake, which, last I checked, died. Apparently there's a remaster too, which I don't know anything about. And then there's me getting hit by a thing. Very important part of the process. Okay, there's nothing new done down here. I was just checking. Nothing new down here. Down. Go away. There's always bats in Mega Man games. Hey, Roxy. Bye, Roxy. And then Roxy left us forever. Roxy just really hates Mega Man. That's actually what that's about. It's okay, I don't blame him. I hope so, Zach Taft, because if we don't, I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I got it. And why is it not... I'm not getting audio notifications of donations. Yeah, no kidding. At the very least, I hope you get refund for some of that, Omega Legion. I guess it depends on who you went through. Because, you know... Sometimes they'll be cool about that, and then sometimes they will not. Is it Ginger Man or Ginga Man? I can never remember. Because I'm an idiot. Either way, thank you very, very much for the donation. I do ever and always appreciate. Thank you. And I've put that towards Batman Arkham Origins. Favorite Mega Man Easter egg? That's actually a tough one. I'm not sure. So it is Ginga Man. Oh my god, respawning turrets. I thought respawning other enemies were bad. Just evil. No, I mean, like, if you actually escalate it to customer service, Omega Legion. Because, yeah. Like, obviously the post isn't going to do whatever, because they're just whatever on that. Unless maybe the post will do it. I guess that depends on the specific postal service you're using. The USPS would probably not do jack about that, but, you know. That was custom. Alright, I'm gonna I'm gonna instruct you in the art of the Karen, Omega Legion. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, WTF. Okay, there's a sub-tank up there. How the hell do I get to that sub-tank? Okay. I kinda want that sub-tank. Good morning, Seraphim. Ah, those respawn fast. See, I don't even have that option, so I kind of have to rely on these kind of things. Nope, nope, nope. I need to swap it if I'm gonna do that. Dakoita tipping. What the hell? That's confusing. Oh, it's the patronage. Got it. Although that's more than usually patronage, because usually patronage about a third of that. But I do still appreciate it, unless you want me to refund it, in which case let me know. But either way, thank you, Dakota. And I suppose you know the usual question. Yeah, one of my favorite things back when I was in IT support, Roxy, was when people would come to me for issues that I not only were not my problem, but substantially more importantly, were things I literally did not have the ability to help them with. So, can you fix this? No. Well, but that's what I'm paying you for. No, it's not. You're paying me to deal with that, and this is what I have access to. Oh, well, you know. Do you want to... Can you help me with it? No. I am not Mr. Wizard. Okay, so let's see if we can make this happen. We totally can't. This is a waste of my time, but I'm going to try it because it's a sub-tank. No. Oh, jeez, I hate the timing on the pogoing in this game. It's not like DuckTales where, you know, it's actually good. Because this game sucks! Worst game ever. Oh my god. I don't even know if this is what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just guessing. Get the bounce yet. I'm sorry, I got it down for Xenosaga. I apparently didn't say that out loud. I did write it down, though. This cannot be the way I'm supposed to do this. Maybe it just wants me to straight up make the jump. Try that. Yeah, I've been thinking about just baking all three Xenosagas into a block. It's going to make it, you know, harder to get funded. But that way we'd play all three in one block, you know. I haven't decided yet. I guess since you are the majority shareholder, if you have an opinion on that, Dakota, let me know. Ooh, okay. Let's get a save in so we don't lose all our progress here. Okay, that is not happening. Let's try from here. Although I don't think that's going to happen either. Nope. I'm going to look this up. Let's just look this up. Okay, I've got the wiki page, the strategy wiki page up right here. How good. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, so. This is not helping. What stage are we on? Of course, it doesn't tell me. Well, like, the only one who's been... I shouldn't say this, but the only one who's really been putting money towards the Xenosagas is you, Takoida. And you've been distributing it evenly, right? So it's just kind of been going up evenly, if you know what I mean. And mathematically speaking, there's no difference at that point than, you know, splitting it up and funding each separately, or just stacking it together and funding it as one. You know what I mean? Again, it really is up to you, because the practical difference means that we will not... if Xenosaga 1 got funded, we could play it until 2 is thing, or we could play them together, in which case we might as well block it anyways, and that's really what I'm asking you here. Hey, Eon Dragon. Sorry, I'm looking up how to get this stupid sub-tank. Dumb. Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to figure out which stage I'm on. I think this is it. Well, like, Xenosaga... So it's kind of like the Zero series. Xenosaga 1, I could see being separate. 2 kind of starts a new thing, and 3 and 2 are pretty directly connected, so it's like... Oh, that last boss sucks. I'm just glad I beat it off camera, so I don't have to put the incomplete thing up. This is... Yeah, okay, here we go. Resistance base. Woo! Nope, this is the wrong thing. This is not what I want. Oh my god. No, not really, Gingaman. I mean, I could tell you where all of them is, too. I just want to know how to get this sub-tank. This should not be hard to look up a friggin' sub-tank. Okay, okay. Let's just try game facts at this point, right? It's just... Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's a button. Jump onto the ledge to the right and use the recoil recharge while dashing while doing it. What? Okay, so I didn't even know there was a thing I could do. So you want me to do... that. Go away. Wow, yeah, I did not know I could do that. Suppose I should go save before I lose that progress. Boss time with no health. I don't remember what he's weak to. I was just staring at him too. What are you weak to, buddy? Since I got this up here. What do we got here? What do we got here? What are you weak to? Thunder. Don't get a line to me, Leander. See? There's no upward slash. I guess, Act F. Just this once, though. My body has returned from decay. That's not how that works. Yeah, I know, I'm wounded, Edgeboy. For Lord Vile, who gave me life. I have returned, and now I will take your pitiful soul. I'm a robot. I don't really have one. Take two. Without 2 health. Oh, hang on. I should switch back to lightning. Let's see. The wrong button. Can you stop being a flaming thing for just a second, dude? Just for a second, that's all I ask. impressive fight. However, evil must fail in the end. History will judge who the true winner was. May you perish, O ancient god of destruction. There's something about being told by a Nazi, robot Nazi, that evil must fail. Stay at home, Disco. Speaking as someone who, you know, is a bit of an exercise person, if you're having a cold, or a flu, or sore throat, don't go to the gym. Now that they're without a leader, the Neo-Arcadians in that area have retreated. Thank you so much. That's the same thing she always says. Listen, puns are awesome. Puns are all that matter in this world, Zach Taft. Yeah, also exercising while you're sick is something that should be done very carefully and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so. Still don't have it. I might as well. Yeah, okay, they won't even let me try. Whatever. Next mission. Oh, hey! It's time to go get the thing that we could have used about 5 levels ago. We have analyzed the enemy's movements. As a result, we have succeeded in determining the location of the Neo-Arcadian HQ. Don't we already know that? Whatever. It seems that Copy X2 and Vile are commanding the entire army from this base. If you strike here, you may be able to stop Neo-Arcadia. They seem to be analyzing, us. Emergency. Emergency. Omega. Omega. That's us, by the way. Sorry, spoilers. Oh yeah, I remember this stage. Spikesville. How many of you remember Spikesville? Thank you, Roxy. Always appreciate those subs. Thank you. If you know where you want to put that, please let me know. Or else. I don't remember if this is the stage I was thinking about. I know there's a stage somewhere in the Zero series which is just Spikesville. This might be it. I don't know. This might not be it. I might be thinking of something in 04, because we haven't encountered it yet. Tales of Berseria. You got it. Done. Yes, I did, Zach Taft, although I'm admittedly trying to avoid information about Dread right now. So I haven't really been looking into the scene. I'm sure that number will come down, because that's how that works. Okay. Come on, game. There you go. So I don't really look forward to Halloween to answer that side of... That was bugged. That side of the question. Disco. Halloween doesn't actually mean anything to me. Polemic Day! Well, I don't know if I'd say I look forward to it so much as I dread it every single year, but... We've never really had any serious issues, though. Like, I think there's a grand total of 2 years where I haven't uploaded a Polemic Day video, so... I still dread it, because you never know. Hi, Seldeer. How's recovery? It better be good. Polemic Day is whatever the whatever Halloween lands on, which I believe is a Sunday this year, which is going to be interesting. Not sure how we're going to manage that exactly. Nope, nope, nope. That was pretty close. Better take the spikes than the crush. Switch this over here. I suppose you know the questions out there. You know what's funny? Is 3 years is a lot. It's not my most... Like, it's not the highest. We're actually approaching 5 years now. For some people. That's not a brag or a dig or a judgment or anything. It's just weird to think that I've been a partner for that long. I've been streaming for... I think we're at the 8-year mark at this point, officially. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. That doesn't sound... Well, whatever. As you are probably aware, Saldir, many people have listed and shared well wishes with you during the last theater when I shared what was going on. So hopefully you're going to recover fully soon. And if you're not, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have to implant you in a cyborg body and turn you into my own personal Darth Vader. And I know that sounds cool, but then you got to think about what happens when you get an itch, or it's just a... It's like a... You get a hankering for a sandwich, and it's like, well, I can't have a sandwich now because of Darth Vader. Like, you got to think about the little things, you know what I mean? Hey, Hazardous. So I realized something the Romans didn't have that we have. It occurred to me while I was driving yesterday. The Romans didn't have Bloodborne. Check and mate. Listen, I'm not saying I have an OnlyFans account where I do extremely hot pornography, but... Did I... well, whatever. So you've come, Zero. Do you know what you are doing? You are helping extremists. Why would a legendary hero help an evil army? So you're saying we're an evil army. And you people are fighting for justice. Exactly right. Almost all humans support our cause. All humans dream of defeating the extremists. What value is there in the justice that complacent humans seek? Who cares about value? Neo Arcadia is doing what's right. That is enough proof that we are doing what we are doing is just. So you ready for round 2? I should swatch. Swatch? That's a word. So you have a heal this time around. That's interesting. Yeah, he's got a really bad connection to his control unit, Hazardous. It's actually pretty similar, Leander, which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. No, why? I'm a hero. I fight for justice. Vile. Dr. Vile, use Omega. Crush him in your hand. He is no longer here. Who are you? Well, that's X, you moron. X? X? You are my original. Vile has moved to another base with Omega. Vile was using you for his own purpose. Gee, everyone treats me like a fool. I won't stand for it. Let me show you my true power. Okay, ready for phase 2? Oh no, Vile has placed a trap on your body. Can't move. This always amused me. Vile, when he was making Copy X, actually put in a thing so that if he ever tried to form shift, weapon shift, whatever the hell it's called, he explodes. Days gone. You got it, Selder. Also, that looks like that was actually your 3-year anniversary, so we're going to put that special 30-year anniversary towards that. Actually, so I was about to bring that up. One of the little pet theories I've always had, which amuses me, is that Vile, who, remember, his specialty isn't really the Reploids. He's a programmer. It's the viruses and the elves are his thing. So I love the idea that was incapable of properly constructing Copy X2 to full functionality. I mean, we see that, right? That he's literally not fully functional. So he was like, well, I can't make the phase 2 thing work. You know what I should do? I'll make it trigger a bomb. And just, actually what he probably does is he just set it to overload without any limiters. You know, imagine, to use a modern example, imagine your CPU if all of the hardware and software wasn't in place to prevent it from overheating. So it just, and melt. Except in fiction land, that leads to explosions. God, that would be a horrible idea. That gives me an idea for, like, a regular RPG now. Right? Have a thing where, you know, you go into your limit break, but it kills you because you can't handle it. That would be a terrible gameplay mechanic, though. Might be not good for a story scene. Like, have an NPC limit break, but they can't handle it, so they die, something like that. I don't know. Anyways. Vile knew from the start how things would turn out. So he must have rigged a trap on him to fulfill his true ambition. Hear me, citizens of the great land of Neo Arcadia. I must inform you of sorrowful news. I love the grin. Just now, our hero, Master X, was taken down by the bloodthirsty extremists, and he has sadly passed away. So in accordance with Ordinance Number 8, I, Dr. Vile, will become your new leader. It is time to put a stop to these extremists! Thank you all. I have just confirmed your approval. I will have to ask you all to do a number of things. Neo Arcadia cannot know true peace until the extremists are eradicated. Let us all fight together until they are wiped out. Yeah, no, he was probably just sitting there on the comm waiting for Copy X to die. Well, it's all according to his plans. Vile. Will he try to repeat the tragedy of the Elf Wars that ended a century ago? Yes, we will now reorganize Neo Arcadia into the first Galactic Empire. Oh, sorry. I need you to help. Okay. I'll look for him too. I wanted to say something about Omega. What is it? Well, Never mind. I'd rather not tell you. I'll bring it up again when the time comes. The heart is what counts, not the body. Yeah, duh. Also, water wet. Oh, Vile is completely dark side. Absolutely. He literally enjoys torturing and killing people. So this is what it's come to. Dr. Vile as the ruler of Neo-Arcadia. Those humans haven't been told a thing. No, that's not it. They haven't tried to learn a thing. Humans suck! Lives with plenty of food and comfort. People have stopped bothering to think with their heads. There may still be some people who want to do something. If we could somehow let those kinds of people know what Dr. Vile is really thinking, we might be able to change Neo-Arcadia. Who's this Dr. Vile, anyways? What has he been doing since he reappeared? Well, if you gather some information, we might be able to analyze where he is presently, what he's doing until now. Alright, give me my missions. But first, I'll secret data. Alright, we've isolated some locations for you to gather information. Actually, hang on. Hey, Cyric. It's okay, I figured out the sub-tank. Okay, so, I need you, I think? Yep, double the items you get. And enemies will drop more items. Nice! Okay, so, looks like I can just use that right now, but I do need to level this one. Which I can. And I can't level it a second time. That sucks. But I'm going to burn Delphina here. I suppose it depends on which Omega... Oh, you're talking about the Omega. That's an interesting question, because the Omega is really high tier for Final Fantasy. But ultimately, that'd probably just be a boss, you know? In Mega Man terms. I mean, it would probably be a hard boss, but it would be a boss, right? It would be a war mechanoid, is what that would actually turn into. Well, whatever, I can burn this one. Enemies drop more items. Die for my buffs! Is there a Mega Man universe where humans are extinct? Depends on how you define that. So... Give me 1 second to clip. No. Yeah, it's consequently what Dark Tyrant is saying is right. This isn't... I've argued for years that the dark side is not inherently evil, it's just much more likely for an already evil person to go dark side. And of course, since an already evil person probably doesn't have the discipline to handle the dark side, mwahaha, dead puppies is the usual thing. Because Darth Puppies is Darth Puppies. Alright, so. Okay, so let's pop out of here. I need... What do I need? Because I kind of want to... I want to get a few here. As in the humans are... Yeah, so define a human for me, Disco. We're getting into some asterisks here when it comes to these. I guess I could just blow that. Give me +1 to my Z-Saber. I don't know what that means, but give it to me. Yeah, Darth Puppies is a character in Tor. I've actually shown him off every time I've streamed Tor. If we do another run, if another run goes through Tatooine, which is where he is, there's a good chance I'll show him off again, because it always amuses me. Oh, awesome, Cyric. Thank you. Homo sapiens. Okay, so define... The reason I keep hesitating, Disco, is because by the ZX games, it's arguable that humans don't exist and that Reploids don't exist. But they kind of do, but not really. It depends on how you define it. So if you argue that they aren't humans, then there you go. There's a setting in which there are no humans. Legends is also kind of... But I'll admit I don't know Legends as well. So I'm not 100% sure on Legends. A featherless biped. Well, we've got a couple of those. Sith... Oh my god, I can picture that! The puppy comes up, and so, like, the stupid Sith puppies would just, like, right? And they'd have, like, lightsaber spikes on their collar, which they'd stab themselves with because they're idiots. And just other stupid things like that, right? But then the actually messed up evil Sith puppies, they would show up and be like... And they'd be cute, and they'd roll over, and they'd smile and nod, and then they'd kill you. When you're completely not expecting it. I don't even know what this is, but sure, we'll pop it. Hey, there's the upward slash. One of them has like a tooth replaced with a lightsaber, so and they're like, "Ah, I'm so cool." And then they later on they forget to turn it off and they're eating their dinner. Oh, anyways, okay, so this can all be upgraded. So what I need, let's see here. So I need a bajillion of these. What I really need is 500. It looks like. Okay. Okay, let's talk to people. Because talking to people's cool. Regardless of what power Dr. Vile may wield, I can confidently say our resistance will never lose. That's because of you, Seal, and all of us are united together. No, it's because you have Zero. You carry the hopes of all of us here. Yes! Yes, he does! You poor, sad fools. Oh yeah, I actually picked up a couple discs. That should decode. Well, no, think about it, Blow Up Alex. And then you have, like, Sith bunnies, you know? Sith kittens. Kittens are already Sith, actually. We all know this. Oh, I actually need to talk to him. Oh, it's you, Zero. Dr. Vile's a dreadful person. Your missions from here on out will be harder than ever. Be vigilant. I know, right? I know X is tired of fighting and all, but, like, can you make an exception for the most evil person to ever exist in this setting? Who's currently in charge of the only survivable spot left on the planet? Hey, Zero, what is Vile trying to accomplish? Torture. It's the scientist's job. I'm not even joking. That's his plan. I said that earlier. His goal, his aim, is to hurt people. It's the scientist's job to plan for the future, right? But Vile is planning something terrible, isn't he? I just hate people like Vile. Yeah, no, he sucks. Meanwhile, Harpuya is still recovering. God, that boy. Gotta chat with him. Hey, Zero. By the way, have you recalled your old memories yet? It's been a while since Seal woke you up, so I figured you'd have recalled something after all these discussions. Can I test you? Sure. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. First one is about when Seal discovered you. Seal was looking for you underground and Reploid lost his life protecting Seal. So what was his name? I don't know! What was the name of the random mook in the intro sequence of Mega Man 01? Anybody remember? Because, like, I don't know. Milan, okay. Who was in charge of the resistance in Seal's absence? El Piso. Okay. What's the name of the forest Heilig Orabakal protected? I mean, I could watch my own VODs if I had to. I'd probably just Google it because it would take less time. And then I wouldn't have to listen to myself. I hate listening to myself. It's coarse. It's irritating. I need a drink is what I need. Holy crap. I need to stay hydrated today. The really funny thing, I've actually mentioned this before, but my caloric intake is going to be has to go up to accommodate the new oxygen flow. And I had this really weird problem yesterday where I was getting the shakes, which is what happens when I am, you know, when I need to eat. And I was confused because I had eaten normally. And I'm like, why do I need to eat? Because I was burning so many more calories, because, yeah, you get the idea. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Sarek. I get a thing. Woo! Okay. Probably just a cosmetic one or a lore one, but whatever. Even if Dr. Vile were to take over the world, which he technically has as of this moment, even if my meager life were to just end, right up to that last moment, I'd believe in you. Ain't no joke when I call you the legendary Reploid. Bet you didn't expect me to say that, huh? Well, forget I even said it then. You got it. I've already forgotten your name, your existence, and everything, but I will never forget Andrew. So, Whippersnapper, the Resistance base has really been active lately. I don't know where this accent's going with. Are we going to be relocating again? Spoilers, yes. Figures, just when I was beginning to feel settled. It's okay, Andrew. You will definitely be alive. Maybe. I legitimately don't remember if Andrew survives. Although, we did apparently have that reference in ZX, so that sounds like he survived to some extent. So that's good. What's Dr. Vile trying to accomplish? I wonder if he's planning on hoarding the E-crystals. If so, my one enjoyment in life will be gone. And he would do that just to make you suffer. Oh, gee. Depends on what you define as a Mega Man game, Omega Legion. Because there's some spin-off. It's like the Mario question. What's a Mario game, right? Now, of the main Mega Man games, there are 11 classics, 8 X's, and 4 Z's, and then 2 ZX's, and that's the mains. Whatever that adds up to. Mr. Zero, Dr. Vile's finally showed his true colors. He's been evil for a century. This is all his doing from the very beginning. Dr. Vile, what a pitiful soul. I actually agree with that statement. Yeah, Zero is the legendary warrior, but X is the legendary Reploid. Also, he's not really a Reploid, but let's not get into that. Keep up the good work, Mr. Zero. Even I don't want to have to work for that Dr. Vile guy. Besides, he'd probably have me scrapped anyway. Well, the good news is he wouldn't shut you down before he starts scrapping you. So what about Vile? Zero, just don't lose to him. Yeah, well, that fight is extremely RNG, which I absolutely do not blow up Alex, because Command Mission is one of the Gaiden games. That's why I was saying, you know, if you count the main games, sure. If we count the Gaiden games, we have to expand that number substantially. Like, if we're expanding into that, we have to count Dive as an X game. Which I really don't. Oh yeah, so I'm going to show this off on camera at some point. I haven't decided when yet. But I decided to go ahead and download Dive on my phone to try it out for myself, and it's actually worse than I thought it was. Which is impressive. This is the New Arcadian Energy Facility, which is currently shut. What is so important that they had to shut down the plant in the middle of an energy crisis? The place was shut down around the time Vile appeared, so it bears investigation. Apparently, I should do Cubit Foxstar's mission first. I don't know if I picked Cubit Foxstar, but I don't think I did. And I couldn't back out by the time I read that message. Facilities core has not yet been activated. We'll need to activate the core and reestablish facility operations to get into the deeper areas. Okay, yay! I do need some energy crystals because I need to finish leveling my dude to get me more energy crystals so I can level my other dudes and get my sub-tanks and all the other fun stuff. Oh, that drop rate is wonderful. Look at that. They always drop at this rate. I mean, is this just basically 100% drop rate? Because that appears to be what it is right now. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, see, I just disagree with that on Blue Alex, but then again, that's getting into a definitions argument, so it's not like it matters, you know. It's like counting Mario is missing as a main Mario game. You know, I don't agree with that, but it only really matters for categorization. Actually matter. If it makes you feel any better, Omega Legion, even though I've had the freaking healing fairy there for some time now, just a few minutes ago, I was like, oh my god, there's this red thing up there, get it! Oh, right, that's my own health. Brain get. But yeah, for the record, just to get that out there, the way I usually classify it is that I have the wrong thing equipped. You got your main franchise stuff, and then you've got Gaiden stuff, and if Gaiden stuff goes on to, long enough to form its own franchise, then that becomes part of that franchise. So, for example, I did, in fact, see it, Silder. Thank you for asking. So, like, Mario Kart, right? Mario Kart was a Gaiden game. It was a spin-off of the main Mario stuff. So it's not a main Mario game. But then Mario Kart went on to be an adult franchise, so now we've got the Mario Kart franchise in addition to Mario Kart. Stuff like that, right? I haven't been having any frame rate drops, and I also haven't been having any drops to Twitch, so I got nothing on Mega Legion. Might be Twitch's end. Lord knows they've been twitchy lately ever since they had basically the most horrifically horrible data leak I've ever seen professionally in my life. Still blown away by that. Yes, and yes. In fact, we even streamed it, Disco. We should be streaming at 60, which we are. Yeah, let's get hit. Just under there. Start getting hit a bunch. I got the health for it. Wait, Omega Legion, are you just trying to get me killed? You can tell me. It's okay. I accept being killed for Omega Legion. You're upset that I have Metroid Dread and you don't, and you're trying to kill me. I understand. Well, yeah, Mario Kart is obviously a Mario game, but it's not a Mario main game, hence the clarification. Like I said, it's getting in the weeds on definitions. Because if we count all the Mega Man games... so we got Mega Man Legends 1 through 2, and then Trombone, which is also a Legends game. And then we've got Battle Network 1 through 4, and then we've got Star Control, however many of those there are. Then we have Command Mission, which is on its own. Then we've got Dive, which is on the phone, and terrible. And is under the X umbrella, specifically. There's Soccer, which would be under the Classic umbrella as a Gaiden game. And we've got the Power Battle games. Those were arcade games. Those are under the Classic umbrella. There's probably more. There's also Wily's Tower. I remember that. Oh yeah, there's also the DOS games. Remember the DOS games? No, of course you don't. Don't lie to me. Apparently there's 6 Battle Networks games. Jesus Christ. Which one had Duo? Because if that's 4, then that would explain why I thought there were only 4. Excuse me, I'm trying to kill you. God. I mean, the Mega Man DOS games are so short that we would blaze through those. So technically very little, Mr. Red. Hello? There we go. Hey, you remember when there were lots of Mega Man games? I remember those days. We had some crap, but, you know... like Mega Man Soccer. And before you get on my case, I've actually played Mega Man Soccer, so, you know. But the answer to your question, Omega Legion, is teams. They had multiple teams. It's one of the reasons why we have such a varying quality even in the main Mega Man games. Because, like, for example, X6 was made by people who'd never made a Mega Man game before. Whoops! And, this might be deaf. Just gonna chill here for a minute. Can I... Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna die. We're just gonna die. Oh yeah, there's also the Extremes, which are kind of reboots, but not really, on the J-Boy. And those would be under the X umbrella, obviously. Oh yeah, then there's the Mega Man Game Boy games, which I actually forgot about, because they're not that great. But, you know, with the asteroids, or whatever they were called. The Stellar guys. I can't think of the damn name right now. You know, Saturn and Pluto and all them. Which is also under the classic umbrella, but also, for all intents and purposes, is its own franchise. So there you go. There's a Mega Man example of what I'm talking about. Legends Battle Network and the Game Boys all qualify as starting off as a Gaiden game, but then branching out into their own franchise. Yeah, 6, to name an example, Mega Man 6 actually came out when the SNES was already out, which is a semi-common thing for people to release NES games when the SNES was already out, and that was common for a lot of generations there. I shouldn't say it like that, because obviously that's still a common thing, but whatever. Hell, we got SNES games until like 98 or 99. I don't remember when the N64 came out, but it was before that. Mid-90s somewhere. Why do I keep not having my gun equipped? I mean... Would you believe I get asked that question semi-regularly, Loner? I've never actually come up with a good answer for you. So here's the answer. Because I don't like it. Now, I know that sounds dumb, but the hard truth of it is, just because I like fruit doesn't... Let me walk that back. Just because I like grapefruit doesn't mean I like bananas, right? And that is the quickest, simplest, and easiest way to answer your question. You know, just because I happen to like several Japanese games, including the one we're playing right now, does not mean I like Japanese stuff in general. It just means I like the things that I like, you know what I mean? I did see it! Thank you, Michael Vania, very much. As always, my audio notifications are still off, but I actually saw that one. So, thank you very much. Appreciate it as always, and I'll put that towards Legend of Legaia. There we go. I have said before, though, that the art style is something I have to get over. And you're probably thinking, but you like the art style in some of these games. Well, yes, some of these games, which again gets back to the point. As with everything, there's several different art styles when it comes to anime, and several of them are just problematic for me to enjoy. Not saying they're bad, not saying they're awful, just saying that they are things that I do not enjoy, and therefore that's an automatic impediment to enjoying the work as a whole. And yeah, obviously there's the usual argument, which is that anime is such a gargantuanly huge category that it's almost a meaningless denominator at this point. Do you like anime? Do you like prom nights? Sorry. What's really funny about that commercial is it was not in any way wanted or desired by, you know, the actual developers. But as you may or may not be aware, actual developers tend to not have a say in the marketing of their game. No! Okay, whatever, fine. Let's try the other way. That guy is perfectly positioned to screw up my jumps. As is assuredly by design. Okay. God damn it. Fine. Get some health. Can I wall jump on the spikes, I wonder? Let's just find out. Ugh. Nope, not really. Like, I can kinda, but... Dancer? Dakota? Actually... I do like pizza explosions. We should have an anime about pizza explosions. Who's with me? You know what? I've decided that I don't want whatever this is. Stop being worth my time. Oh. Okay. Very strange. Okay, there's nothing up there. Yeah, that's the weirdness about anime. One of the weirdnesses about anime. If you come up with an idea for an anime, it's probably a thing somewhere. What's this? Tee-hee-hee. Hey, you weren't supposed to see this place. This is a Dark Elf copy factory. We've got copies of the Dark Elf sleeping here. In other words, baby elves. We had the factory sealed off so nobody'd get suspicious. Now you've done it. I'll have to ensure you remain silent about this. Forever! I am Cubit Foxtar, member of Vile's Numbers. I'll make sure you never talk again. Zero doesn't say much, though. Alright, come up with an idea for an anime. So there's this fox, right? And she throws fireballs. She becomes fireballs. Wait. An anime where fantasy hero gets dropped into a Japanese high school? I think you might have hit the nail on the head. I don't think there's ever been that kind of an anime before. So fire is weak to lightning. We'll do this the hard way then. Why am I charging so slowly? I swore I equipped that, or used that, or whatever. Oh, an invuln phase. Oh, that wasn't enough. That was, though. I am defeated. This room will cease functioning, and the copies will all die. There'll be no proof. Nobody will know the truth. Anyway, We don't actually need the baby elves. Their knockoff alone will be enough to take care of the Reploids. I can already see it, the shining future. The new world Lord Vile is about to create, and I see you wallowing in the depths of despair. Issues. Hey, Crazy Horse. We got double jump. Woo! Wait, I've got it. Let's make a mecha anime about a maid who's serving a kid who's really embarrassed by her, who's also a virgin. And, it's in a high school. And there's demons involved because the demons are after the maid, and the kid pilots the mecha to fight the demons. There we go. It appears that Vile was attempting to mass-produce baby elves at the factory, but I wonder, what was he planning on doing with all those baby elves? I wouldn't worry about it. You worry too much, Seal. Yes, please. There we go. The maid, yes, the maid's in... No. If we're doing it properly Japanese, then actually the maid's the demon. And all of the demons are actually angels. Hi, Krosla. That's what I think. What do we got here? We got a down thing. Excuse me. Bayonetta. Well, I mean, again, there's kind of a thing with that. Oh, that's interesting. Zero can now fly. Kind of. As was foretold. I have... For all intents and purposes, I have not played Mega Man Legends. Let's put it that way. What, Darth Tyrant? You got a problem with it? Like I said, Zero can fly now. Insert Star Wars meme. Containers have fallen out of a spaceship which fell into the snowy plains. It is possible they contain data about Omega or Vile. We sent a scouting party, but the Neo-Arcadian forces are too strong and they cannot pass. We'd like you to reinforce them and retrieve the data. Okay. Don't do anything dangerous, Zero. Everything he does is dangerous. More or less from the moment of his birth, he has been dangerous. I mean, doing dangerous stuff, but also been dangerous. The enemy is waiting in ambush up ahead. There's no way we can break through. Mr. Zero, if you can make an opening, we'll follow you. That's an interesting song. That's not what I was expecting. Listen, I have no idea if I'll bash Legends or not. But I'm gonna bash the hell out of it because it's the worst game ever made and I know this with my extensive experience of having never really played it. That's just how good I am. I can tell a game without ever playing it. Sometimes known as the internet fallacy. I mean, it's a good song, it's just confusing. Yeah, no, I hear a lot of people like Legends. I don't actually have a good answer for why I never played Legends. I suppose it would depend on when it came out. So when did the first one come out? Because that's the first question. It might also have to do with it being on the PlayStation. Which you're probably thinking, but you own a PlayStation. I did eventually buy a PlayStation, yes. But it's not like I was swimming in money in my college years, you know what I mean? 97. Okay, so I was in high school when that happened. So, I absolutely would not have picked up a game for a console I didn't even own at that point. Yeah, my PlayStation, which is that one actually over there, I didn't buy until probably about 2001, 2002, something like that. Can you add it to the list? No! I refuse to allow it to be added to the list by any means, circumstances, or anythings. It's not... I can't sarcasm today. I'm too tired. Here, let me just be really dumb about sarcasm. I am sarcastic. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. I have used that, right? Like, I keep feeling like my charge time is too slow. But I must have done it at some point. It's like Zalok, you know? He's awesome and amazing and incredible, but he still hasn't changed that file. I'm just messing, dude. I'm sorry. Thank you, Zalok, very, very much. Like, I don't know how to be sarcastic. I'm too tired to be sarcastic right now. I can't do it. Quest for Glory 1. That's the one that you've been putting it towards, right, Zalok? Just to be 100% on that? Actually, you do, Zalok, in Discord, but if that's not sufficient, I'll type it up right now. Hang on. Game's on pause. Game's on pause. Unlike most of my requests, this one's actually kind of urgent, which is why I've been bugging you about it. So hang on, let me just find you on Discord really quick. Scroll up when I made the request. There it is. That was on September 19th. It's almost been a month since I made the request. What I need for you is to change the script, so instead of grabbing row 9, which is what it's currently grabbing, I want it to grab row 4, for otherwise the exact same output. That's it. That's the request. So I need you... Here, I'll type it up in writing again. 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Why is harem a thing, by the way, as far as genres? I guess I'm hesitating on the word there because I'm not sure what word best suits that. Then how do you grab row 9, Zalok? Because you do. Like, you currently grab row... Oh, no, actually... Yeah, no. You currently grab row 9. I need you to grab row... 4. Yeah, no, I'm right. I'm just double-checking the spreadsheet here. Super quick to make sure that's what it is, and it is. Got it. Well, that sucks, because what I need you to do is I need you to grab row 4 instead of row 9 and output it as the exact same thing that you've already been doing. To explain in full, right now what you're grabbing is the estimated... Right now, the figure you're grabbing is the amount of days it's been on the list, which is information that's being injected from the script. Now, the script on the website has just been restructured to make this as easy as possible on you, so that it still pulls the exact same output, time and list. So it's still pulling that exact same data, but it's now outputting it on the website as hours, aka how long a game is estimated to be, which is a requested information. That information is in row 4. That is the estimated hour and the charge for any given game. So that's the information that we need to swap. Just I don't know how else to explain this. I'm really tired. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. I'm going to have to probably get groceries today, too. So that's going to be fun. If I can get this stupid elf to drop. I thought I had increased drop rate. You lied to the game. Hey, there it is. But remember, it needs to be outputting in the same format, Salok, because that way the website can interpret it properly. Otherwise, we're going to have to change the website again. And Third's availability for doing that kind of thing has been slowly shrinking. Oh, interesting, Sarek. I mean, that actually makes sense as a way of doing that. You know, there's a counter, and once you sufficiently fill that counter, you get a drop. No, Fringe Philosopher, I decided not to add your sub just because I hate Mega Man Legends that much. I'm going to unfairly and unnecessarily bash it because I am that pure evil. I can't see where I am. Where's my fire? Now, apparently I didn't respond verbally, so that's on me. Give me my fire! I apparently cannot burn this snow. Okay, fine. Whatever. We'll do it blind. But yes, I have gotten it down for Mega Man Legends 1. If you've checked the website, you may notice that you are not the first person to donate towards that. Hence my earlier joking. Or attempted joking, I really should be clarifying on that, because good lord. I don't think I want to know what that is, Crazy Norse, so I'm not going to ask, but let's get back to harem. So, like, wish fulfillment, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm the outlier here, but speaking as someone who's had multiple girls after me at the same time, that's not fun. That kind of sucks, you know? Why would you want that? In fact, if I'm not mistaken, from the, like, 3 harem animes that I've actually seen, the guys in question all hate it. As they should. It's like, oh god, no, this is terrible. Like, most of the drama is because of the fact that they don't like the situation they're in. So, like, reverse harem, so I'm guessing that's multiple guys, one girl, right? It's based on linguistics. I'd say that stage deserves a plus. Sorry, I was a little distracted, but there were some good gimmicks there. Fun stuff. I'm with it. Plus the gameplay. Snow stage. Is that it? That container was on Omega ship. So you see, it's ours. Has the legendary hero stooped to thievery? Deplorable. As king of the snow plains, I do hereby judge your crime. I, Glacier Lecoq Tank. I love these names. Of Vile's numbers, have reached a verdict. Punishment for thievery is death. I mean, if they're going for comedic factor, that makes a degree of sense. I can see that. So I've got to split this guy in half. Aw, it only split up like his upper half off. Oh well. Oh my, not stopping at thievery. You also defy Lord Vile. Lord Vile's new order will issue judgment upon you. Also, I'm dead. Spikefoot chip. So let's see how many energy crystals I got from that. Not really farming, just, you know, not avoiding crystals. Okay. We've discovered data inside the container. Mr. Zero, we've discovered all the data. How do you know? I will continue scrounging for more data. You just said you got all the data! I think this guy's a traitor. We need to have him investigated. I'm analyzing all the data you recovered for us. We may be able to figure out what Vile is attempting to do by analyzing past data. Yeah, we got all the data. The internet. He found the internet. Okay, what we got? What we got? So we've got, attack, spin jump, things I don't care about. Boost your speed up ladders. I got 500 out of that stage, by the way. Thank you, Zilog. He stole it with the boss's voice! It's totally not just because I'm a moron. Okay, so we got vitality, sub-tank! That's, yes, give me my sub-tank, please and thank you. More lives, heal. Okay. Actually, you know what? Oh. That's okay. Nope, yep, I'm right. If I had to wipe out Reploids or humans, which would I pick? I'd flip a coin. What's the difference? To be blunt. Yeah, that's what I would, yeah. I may or may not have planned that. He's aiming for a crumpet! Sorry, and yep, those are all consumables. There's the, let's get our sub-tank. Those are all heals, okay. Listen, all I'm saying is, it's all my fault, I accept it. Takoida wants to kill me. No! I knew it! I mean, I don't blame him, you know. I mean, I haven't streamed Xenosaga yet, and that is on me. Okay, so, yeah, our sub... Can you even tell that we have 3 sub-tanks there? There's a 4th one, too. Okay. Mission. Wait, hang on. Let's see if Andrew has anything new to say. Down 1. We're not moving? Here, I thought we were leaving like we did last year. Don't worry, Andrew. You will endure. I've only known you for, like, a few days, but I will kill everyone and then myself to keep you safe. Zero, at all costs, please stop Vile's evil scheme. I'm not good at much, so I respect you, Zero. Hope you continue to support us in the Resistance. I mean... That would be hell of a gut punch, wasn't it? You know what? I'm tired of you. And then Zero just leaves. Mr. Zero, there isn't much time left. Dr. Vile is inching ever closer to his ambitions. Mr. Zero, please find him and defeat him. I mean, I guess. You did ask nicely. I won't submit to Vile, even if he becomes ruler. I'll live my life as I please. And then be tossed into a pit to be slowly digested over 1,000 years. Except as a robot, and it won't take that long, but, you know. My brain no worky, right? What do you want from me? Okay. Voltiel Biblio or Teresta Kelvery. The ruins of an ancient library. It's completely soaked inside, but there may still be some data around. Yeah, sure, let's go to a library that has sunk. First, please go to the data room. That room has the highest probability of containing information about Vile and Omega. Oh, that's a nice song. Welcome to hell. Oh god, I can dash jump in the air too. Check it. I didn't realize. Ah, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's actually electrifying the water. It's wow. Okay, hang on. Let's reset a little bit there, shall we? Hey, Nerozez. Then he goes for it. Hey, look, there's the source of our issues. That's actually pretty clever. And that's why it only electrofuse periodically, is because it only periodically goes up. I know that's probably not how that works, but that's kind of cute. Whoop, whoop. I like to think those are disc cases, but, you know. They're CDs, because we all know CDs are never going to be replaced. Or DVDs, whatever it was at this point in time. I think it would have been DVDs. Leaning towards a positive. Let's see what we think of it afterwards. Nope, gotta get that. I mean, nothing's ever gonna replace magnetic tape. I think we all know that. As recently as about 5 years ago now, I want to say, is when the last of my family's Betamax tapes were finally converted into a modern format. And they had to pay a pretty penny for someone to actually do that for them. Because they needed someone who actually had a Betamax player that worked, and then someone who had jury-rigged the hookups for that into a VCR. I feel like I missed something. Hang on a second. Oh, I guess not. Okay. I might be wrong, Crazy Norse, but isn't silver tape different than magnetic tape? Because, like, magnetic tape is super vulnerable to everything. I mean, obviously, a magnet will completely destroy the data on a magnetic tape. This is the data room. Please search for information on Vial in that console. After searching, the data's location will be displayed. Please go to that area and recover that data. Why can't I just download it from the... Okay. War matches. Vial, Omega, Dark Elf, Elf Wars. Specialized space search. Dr. Vial. Oh, I was gonna say, microfilm makes a little more sense. So we got 2 blues, a red. And a yellow. Has my Rogue One Rumination gone live yet? I mean, it would probably be pretty obvious if somebody's actually seen my Rogue One Rumination, then, you know. It would have been, like, early this year or early next year, one of the two. January 7th, okay, sorry. I talk about the idea of data being physically preserved rather than digitally available in the Rogue One thing because it actually makes a weirdly large amount of sense, speaking as a former security guy when it comes to that. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. Like, if you really, really want to keep a piece of information secure, what you do is you put it on a closed circuit, and you make someone have to physically walk up in order to interact with it. And that's exactly what they did in Rogue One, hence the comparison. Well, I don't remember where any of those were, so... Yeah, my nuclear submarine doesn't have a disk drive of any kind. Now, I do have an external CD hookup, DVD hookup, and floppy, just in case they're needed, but... Hang on, let's double check. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Leander. Yeah, I could use the EC, I still haven't maxed out everything I want to yet, so... You remember I have double jump, I keep not doing it. Yeah, no, but I realized that I probably should just sweep the East Earth Tyrant for loot. Oh, that sucks, prisoners. Real question is, are we ever going to have final breakdown? Dang it. Ah! Literally knocked into the door, if you were wondering what happened there. I ask out of ignorance. I don't know vinyl. I know some people are vinyl enthusiasts. I don't know why. Like modern, to be clear, modern vinyl enthusiasts. Like some people are like, oh my god, I'm finally getting such and such soundtrack on vinyl, and it's like, okay. Cool. Why? I mean, I got nothing, you know. I listen to the... I don't own speakers. Let me put that as simply as I can. Like, I literally don't own speakers, so... 100% of the music I listen to is through headphones. And, I don't want to sit next to the vinyl player with my headphones plugged in. Like I used to. Mega data. The ultimate Reploid created by Dr. Vile. Possesses incredible power when combined with the Dark Elf. Banished to outer space to avoid another elf war. Rather than destroyed, if we can analyze this data, we might be able to find out. Look, why are people so stupid in the past? You ever think about that? They banished Dr. Vile and made sure he'd live forever, and they banished Omega into outer space. What the hell is wrong with you people? Elf Wars. End of the war. Cyber Elves used from this. Elf Wars. The Dark Elf copies amplify the power while at will. The worst in the war end. Approximately 90% of all humans wiped out. Actually, what's funny, the original reason why I started using headphones instead of speakers was because I like to listen to my music, and my mother hated my music. So the solution seemed, you know, obvious, right? Hey, you know what, let's just do it this way. Listen, I think we can properly storytell a way for the series to continue without relying on flagrant stupidity. I like to feel, I'd like to believe that that's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. Yeah, the very definition of the idiot ball needs to be stupid for the plot to progress. Also, usually out of character. I mean, clone troopers are better for fighting than for running a ship, aren't they, Crazy Norse? And by Crazy Norse, I mean Zach Deft. I've said this before, I tend to prefer it when the sealing happens specifically because of the fact that the previous generation couldn't deal with the problem. So they sealed because it was their only option. But here they straight up defeated Omega. And then sealed them away. Why? You had it disabled and broken. Just freaking kill the thing. I guess that was the red next to the save point. That for later. Alduin is not a bad example, yeah. As much as I don't want to give Skyrim credit for good storytelling because it's Skyrim, the fact is that was a decent plot point. They literally couldn't deal with Alduin, so boop, someone else's problem. From Neo Arcadia, creator of Omega, altered the Mother Elf, sparking the Elf Wars, banished from Neo Arcadia after the Elf Wars. We can analyze this deal. We might be able to find some new information about Vile. Maybe. Because taking the disc is going to trigger the boss, and I want to finish sweeping first. Like, I don't even know if there's any worthwhile loot in these other ones, but I might as well check them. Very true, Darth Tyrant. Like, I remain unapologetic in my love of Oblivion, and reviewing it actually reinforced that in many ways. I'm curious how Skyrim is going to fare when we get there. Because I don't think it's going to fare quite as well. For every new innovation they did, which was actually smart and interesting, there's the magic system. You know? For every story beat that actually makes sense, there's the Mages Guild, which I know, I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but, you know... I mean, historically, banishment made perfect sense. At least to me, right? Back in the day, you literally needed the group to function. So you get banished, it's basically a way of killing you without bloodying your hands, right? And that just continued tradition-wise for frickin' centuries. Actually, no, let me walk that back. Millennia, because people banish people now. It just doesn't have the same impact it used to. We've talked about this in our My Little Pony streaminations, because banishment and canceling actually came up in that series. Oh, I don't know, Darth Tyrant. I've actually pondered before why it is, whoops, wrong layer, that Skyrim was the one that became super popular. And I don't actually have a solid answer to that, other than just luck. Like, it happened to be the one that came out on multiple systems, and was at a point in time when it was very widespread. That's the best I got. Dark Elf, officially known as the Mother Elf Creator Unknown. This cyber elf was originally created for the purpose of restoring Maverick programs to their original state. But the Mother Elf was altered by Dr. Vile so she could be used to manipulate Reploids by freely rewriting programs. Although the organized fighting of the Reploids manipulated by the altered Mother Elf did end the wars, this terrible power was sealed off to prevent misuse. So the Dark Elf. What's going on? We can analyze this data, we can... Boss time, see what I mean? As soon as we get the last one, the boss shows up. There wasn't any loot anyway, so it was a waste of my time, but whatever. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you caught that. That may just be a language thing, and they may not have meant it anything. But we should go ahead and mention that what they just mentioned is the way that they fixed people who had been affected by the Maverick virus was resetting them back to factory state. Which kills them. In every way that matters. Like, if you were just warped back mentally, and all of your memories, and all your mindset, and all your personality is just defaulted back to default, you have died. Now, this is the old question. This is something Babylon 5 brought up. This is something Mass Effect brought up. This is something Star Wars brings up periodically. Yeah, it's a memory wipe. It's death of personality. Exactly. You get it. You get it. It's a reset, which is killing them, but it allows the body to keep going and the person to keep functioning. It's just, it's a new person who now is free of the Maverick virus. So you can see why they would go that way with it. You can see why they would prefer that to just killing them. And again, you know, killing Mavericks wasn't really fixing the problem anyways. But I just thought I'd point that out. Anyways, who dares intrude on my territory? What is on your head, sir? Zero. So it's you. I am Voltiel Biblio of Viles Numbers. What is that you've got there? Give me that data back now! Lightning's weak to ice, I think? On a melt. When you're done. Yep, weak to ice. Meanwhile, they're trying to talk too much just to prove that they deserve that negative. Trying to go for the photo finish here. There we go. That's a good photo finish. What's up with you? You're opposing Lord Vile? Aren't you afraid of him? You're crazy. No. Lol, Secta. Yeah, no, like I said, and like I will talk about in Rogue One, there's a logic to that. I should update the HUD, because I've been tossing out some positives for levels and bosses as we go here. We're up to, there. Yeah, Zero's like, no, I'm just not a coward, thanks, though. Oh, I got a new foot chip. I didn't see what it was, though. No, Crazy Norse. And I won't. It's actually impossible at this point for me to, because I've used too many Cyber Elves. Maybe able to figure out well, I mean, that depends on the setting, too, Blue of Alex, but... Even if we disagree with the killing thing, you are destroying the entity that exists in favor of the entity that might, which is... an interesting thing to do. Okay, so we've got boost running speed, ignore slippery terrain, raise eyebrow, can jump on water, can double jump, and can dash through some foes? Oh, I gotta try that out for a bit. But first, oh, yeah, let's go talk to him. Oh, Zero, I'll give you this disc. I meant to hand it to you a second ago, then I blanked, but don't expect too much of it. Thanks. Have some junk! What'll it be? Yeah, you know ice physics are bad when the game says, here's a utility to it. Completely ignore it. Yeah, no kidding, Crazy Norse. And in fact, not to spoil, in fact, I'm not going to spoil, but Babylon 5 does actually discuss the intersection of soul and memory in Passing Through Gethsemane, which is still one of my favorite episodes in that whole show. Even though it doesn't have anything to do with the main plot, really. Dark Elf, Omega, Belforce. Okay, what else we got? It's a damn good episode. I know I talked about this in the room, but it was one of the episodes I was most looking forward to discussing years before I actually started discussing them. Like, I was ready for that one, you know? Oops, I meant to talk. Zero, I wouldn't be overstating things if I said the future rests in your hands. I believe in you. You can lead us to the future that Seal envisions for us. It isn't luck or a miracle that you've made it this far. It's proof positive you are the legendary Reploid. I mean, yeah. No offense, but I am the only reason any of this is going anywhere. And I really don't mean any offense by that. It's just that you all do not know how to do this. Val takes control of the world. Our terrible history will repeat again. No, it'll be much worse than that. So much worse. Yeah, we're the legendary Reploid that isn't a Reploid, but it's okay. X is the legendary Reploid, and he's also not a Reploid. It being legitimate, if we want to get into technicalities here, I would say Sigma is the legendary Reploid. I mean, think about it. Neo Arcadia has completed a giant elevator. We don't know its purpose. They are bringing something up from deep underground. Let's see what they're up to. Excuse me. Hi, Twister. That's a cool song. I thought you said they had one elevator. Jeez Louise. Yes, actually, von Falkenstein. In fact, all of the energy of the Lamentations comes from that place. It's powered by Rick Berman. No, Sigma, so... Sigma was the, I don't know, 50th? 100th? He was not among the first batch of Reploids, but he was the first batch of the new category of Reploids, the ones that had substantially more advanced AI and problem-solving capacity. Come on, there we go. And we don't know exactly when he was built, but we do know he wasn't part of the first gen. And we know that if it wasn't for his interaction with Zero, honestly, he'd probably be unmemorable. I mean, how many people remember Mac? Honest question. How many of you remember Mac right now in chat? He's a Reploid. Named by name in the Mega Man X games. He's an X3 specifically. I know we haven't played that yet, but, like, you get my point. That would be Sigma if not for his run-in with Zero. Actually, ironically, he's pretty small. And his only weapon of note is a stun gun. I could too, by the way, don't tell me. Hi, Rex. Alright, Rax, I demand a sacrifice of thee. I demand nothing. How you doing, dude? I am idly curious in that I've shared something I've created with a friend, kind of a way. If you've had a chance to watch any of the Lorecrafts. I think I'm just not going to be able to get that now. If only I had a oh, right. I need to actually have it equipped because I'm testing out the other thing. Hang on. Oh, jeez, that's still rough. Okay, hang on. Oof, okay. Well, Proto Man was probably decently strong, but we never really see any proof of that, and frankly, every time Proto Man shows up, he gets his ass handed to him, and we have to save him. But I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's just... He talks a big game, but he's no Rock, you know what I mean? You might be right, Von Falkenstein. Yeah, I actually agree. Magma Dragoon is far more memorable than Mac. Thank you. Remember there's two, S.A. Ross, but make sure you watch the first one first. No, I figured, Rax. Like, that's why I was hesitant to even ask. I just kind of... Like I said, you know how it is. You make something, you share it with a friend, you kind of, you know, it's like, do you have a chance to see it? Okay, so that's what the dash does. We literally just iframe our way through stuff. That's insane. It does not happen when we're jumping, though. Well, Dragoon has the virtue of being a moron. And by virtue, I mean it derides from his character. Okay, sure. I apparently can't double jump. Oh, I don't have it equipped. Yeah, Magma Dragoon is a fairly typical anime character. I switched to the bad guys because of jealousy and the desire to fight you, the actual hero. Pretty sure I've seen that 700,000 times, and I don't really like it, you know. I do think, when we totally do the Mega Man rewrite someday, that we could turn Magma Dragoon into something a little bit more nuanced. Okay, I can roll with that. You're making another scream? Why? Hi. Oh yeah, sorry. In the X storyline, he doesn't have characterization because X's characters don't have characterization. Like, the most story we get in X's storyline from the Mavericks is from Cyber Peacock. And even that's just, you know, expounding upon the nature of what X is. And that's just... Well, this is an interesting take on things. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the Mega Man 2 enemies. The interesting idea for me, for Magma Dragoon, was that he wasn't infected with the Maverick virus, but that he instead simply went Maverick. It's probably the first real hint we see of that in the entire series. Now, I don't know if that's true, it's just how I've always, you know, taken it, right? That's how I've always interpreted it. Yeah, exactly, Takoida. He was just a dangerously unhinged sociopath. But, again, maybe I'm the weirdo here, but I always thought that was kind of interesting to have people who were Maverick without actually being inflicted by the Maverick virus. Oh, son of a... You saw that, right? You saw the chip go over the ledge. Screw me. I'm getting some decent energy in here. I should see where we're at with that. Oh, we're getting decent energy. Do that. Yeah, Vile is a... So, actual Vile, not Dr. Vile, is an interesting example of a character that it's clear they wanted to be more of a character, and they just never accomplished it, in my opinion. I mean, he's only in 3 of the X games, but he also got an entire mode in the Maverick Hunter thing, and they push him in almost everything. He also gets a cameo in several of the games, including 02. Thank you, Sonic Doctor, very much. I'm still sad that I had to call in help for the last couple of fights. The last 3 fights. But I'm happy about what we managed without any kind of cheats. I'll take that. Yeah, even in Deus Ex... Whoa! What the hell was that nonsense? Oh god, how much progress did I just lose? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. I just lost a lot of progress. Oh, geez, I don't know, Hazardous. Not as high as Bloodborne. It's probably in, like, the 20s to 30s range right now. Oh, yeah, speaking of the X series, we need to have a bit of a chat. We need to decide what order we're going to be playing the games in. Oh, I have no idea, Trihexia. That's a complete sea change. No Sigma virus. No, any of it. No Mega Man X1 through 8. No Mega Man 0. Like, that's such a change, I couldn't even begin to speculate. So anyways, we need to have a discussion. So, the current plan, the original plan, I guess I should phrase that differently, was to play through the Zeros, the Classics, and then the X's in that order. That's cool. The downside with that is that means we're going to end the Mega Man block with X8 immediately after X7. Now, I shouldn't have to explain why I don't like that idea. There's several ways we could fix that, or change that, or undo that. Now, I've actually talked to a couple of my friends on this matter, too, and the common idea that keeps coming up is, why don't you just start with X7? That has changed, Dakota. I'm guessing you haven't seen Loreway. Or checked the website. It's okay, I don't blame you. But yeah, the easy answer here is start with X7. And just get that out of the way and done. And then move on with the rest of them in order. Because to be blunt, the idea of ending on X7 is so horrible to me that I'm just going to veto that right out the gate. Sequita says no, but has not given me an alternative. So what's your alternative? There is a 0-4. We're playing that next. After that, we'll play ZX1 and ZX2. I mean, maybe Rax, but at the same time, I don't feel bad about the choice to start with 0. I do still think that was the correct call, especially with regards to 0-1. But that's just me. And I'm the weirdo, I'll admit it. Come on, shoot me! We're doing a little bit of deliberate health tanking, because if you get hit by the damage, you don't get knocked off. God, that double dash. There we go. We were right at the end, too. Chronological order, but shifting X7 out of the way? I'm not playing X7 second list. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. That's off the table. Let's just make that 100%. That is officially vetoed. X7 is not a good game. How bad it is, well, we'll find out, won't we? I have admittedly only played through it once, for reasons that should be pretty self-apparent. That's probably worth it. Yeah, exactly, Darth Tyrant. There's a reason we do things like play, you know, there's a reason we're playing Jedi Knight next, you know. Absolutely not, Disco Inferno. That's a Castlevania game. We're not playing Command Mission, Blue Pelix, so that's not actually in the list at all. To be 100% clear, the games that are in the list is Z1 through 4, ZX1 through 2, Classic 1 through 6, and then 8 through 10, and then X1 through 8. And those are the games that are in the list that are funded and ready to go. That's not a bad idea, Rax. We could literally just go backwards. And it feels weird, but we could do that. So that way we go through 0, 1 through 4, ZX 1 through 2, X 1 through 8, and then Classic 1 through 6, skip over 7, and then do 8 through 10. I'm using a Switch controllers, Joy-Cons, also known as... I wish these were better. I mean, they're still good. I'm using the Skyward Sword ones, and these appear to not have the disconnecting B button issue, so that's cool. I haven't had any dropped inputs this entire playthrough for all 3 games so far. I don't understand the concern, Dakota? But admittedly, I'm probably just literally not understanding it, because I am tired and I am also a moron. So, I got 2 things working against me there. But yeah, I think ending on 9 and 10 is a legit way to end it, especially since those are actually good games. But more to the point, they are arguably the most modern Mega Man games we've ever had, and I'm including 11 in that. So you're Zero. You're so tiny. I almost stepped on you. My name is Tratista Kelvarane, one of Vile's numbers. Your neck is so tiny, I'll snap it with one chomp. I actually already answered that, Trihexia, which once again proves that you don't listen to me, which is okay, I don't mind. That's pretty normal. Then you would be very drunk, Twister. What the hell is that in the background? Well, you're not drunk at all, Mr. Red. And that's a good thing. Nobody should be drunk. Ever. Alcohol has been banned. That was an insta-kill. Wow. I was still trying to figure out what his weakness was. Oh yeah, well, I'm here, actually. Anything else? Ladder speed, defy gravity. The defy gravity is the slower wall thing, right? That's not one. I want that one, actually. There we go. Yeah, he killed me with physics, which is hysterical when you think about it. Yeah, I should go ahead and switch back to the double jump for this. I've tried that out a bit. I like the double jump better. I mean, Palpatine already kind of has a droid army at his disposal. I don't think anything would really change there, Triax, yet. Alright, that scene's skip. I need to remember that. Come on. Oh, okay, he's not weak to anything. Alright, whatever, I give up. That's fine. We'll do this the old-fashioned way, then. Better take the damage. Oh god, I just realized his guts, man. Except, you know, more wolfy. Less hard-hatty. Did he just bend a giant steel beam just so he could throw it at me? He's totally guts, man. Remember, the only way to enjoy the Lore Runner is drunk. Zero, where did you go? I don't see you, and my whole body hurts. Yeah, I sliced you in half, buddy. Sluggish Edge. And we have Absorber now. Woo. Yeah, but you get my point, Darth Mandoro. Like, giving him access to a new droid army doesn't really change Palpatine's plans all that much. Well, that'd be a hell of a shift, wouldn't it, Mr. Red? Looks like that elevator was being used to carry mass amounts of E crystals, but I wonder, what was Vile up to with all that energy? And there, we've just finished inputting the data recovered so far. Now to begin analysis. Thanks to Zero, we've collected much information. It will take time to analyze the data for now. Yeah, sure. Save. So, long experience has taught me not to end a particular series on a bad game, Dakota. Like, we've made that mistake a few times in service of doing things in order, and it's always ended badly. That's why that's not even on the table. That's why it's not happening. Now, obviously we're not starting with X7, because as you say, that would diminish the explanation of exactly how sucky it is. I personally, and obviously you disagree with me on this, think that having showcased the Zeros and probably the ZXs would be a sufficient reason to, then go into X7. There is the idea of ending on the classics, so that completely bypasses all these problems. Because that way we'd just go X1 through 6, then 7, then 8, and then we'd regress all the way back to Mega Man 1, and that'll be a hell of a shift. X8 to 1. Zerbo told me that Harpuya's condition has improved. Why don't you go see she did? Okay. No, it's a good thing to watch last, Mr. Red. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, for the purposes of streaming. Let's see. Like I said, that's experience talking there. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it will be interesting to go straight from X8 to 1. That's going to be a trip. Okay. Just gonna decipher my things, but I guess we'll just go over here and talk to Andrew, the best character in the game. I shouldn't meme about that. He is actually a legitimately interesting character. I have literally given Andrew a positive. I don't know what else to add to that. No, it's over here. It's over here. Can you stand up already? Wow, Harpuya. You're hard to keep down. Slice! Oh, sorry. They have already, Mr. Red, so... What are you up to? Why did you rescue me? Do you expect some favor in return? Perhaps. But probably not. Oh, you're awake. How do you feel? Horrible. Just the thought of being helped by you makes me nauseous. Stripped of my position and driven out of Neo Arcadia. I'm used goods. That's not true. You just stood up for your beliefs. You know, like we do. You've made no mistakes. My beliefs. I can't sit back any longer. We must protect the humans from Vile. Yeah, he's still kind of pro-human, but that coincidentally makes him on our side, because Vile is extremely anti-human. We have to stop him immediately. That Vile. Wait, your wounds are not fully healed. I am a warrior, born to protect humans. I am a proud warrior of Neo Arcadia. I don't need any help. I'm a moron. I will still gladly fight for humanity. And he's gone. So Harpuya refuses to go with us. Mr. Zero, come to the commander's room immediately. They sure run you ragged, don't they, Zero? I'll be back later. Zero, I'm secretly the true evil person in this game. True, von Falkenstein. He is still pro-human, but there's a difference between being pro-human and being anti-Reploid. Okay. It's not just that I care about Andrew. He's a good litmus test to see if dialogue... Because everyone's dialogue moves forward to the next phase at the same time. And Andrew's right there. So if Andrew says something different, then I know I need to run around and talk to everybody. So if you're wondering why I keep checking Andrew, that's why. We got a lot of information, but we still don't know where Vile is. We have figured out what he might be attempting to do. Before we talk about Vile, I'll open the data file for the Elf Wars you found. Near the end of the Maverick Wars, many cyber elves were used. The period from this time until the end of the fighting was referred to as the Elf Wars as a result. In particular, the usage of the gigantic elf known as the Dark Elf. It's like 3 gigs at least. And copies of this elf known as Baby Elves. They're like 5 megs each. To amplify the power of Reploids. While controlling said Reploids at will made this the worst war in recorded history. While use of the Dark Elf brought the war to an end in 4 years, approximately 90% of all Reploids and 60% of all humans were wiped out. The technology used at this time, the technology of using baby elves to control Reploids, is what Vile is attempting to use again. I'm sure that what Zero saw at the Dark Elf copy factory was machinery prepared just for this purpose. Excellent detective work, Dr. Seal. What? Unfortunately, you were a little too late. I can't tell what I'm looking at. This time, Omega is absolutely perfect. I can now manipulate all Reploids on the planet without using the baby elves and make them do whatever I want. Time to start, Omega. Now you will see, pitiful humans, what you get for banishing Dr. Vile. Taste the fear, foolish Reploids who banished me. Inscribe my name upon this world, the name of your new ruler. That name is Dr. Vile. The entire world is in my hands. I have the power to crush it between my fingers at any time. What is this guy? I can't think of his name. The Doctor Who villain. Whatever. No. Very little Trihexia. Davros, thank you. I like how you knew exactly what I was thinking of there. Just immediately. If I could, just with the tiniest pressure of my hands, kill all life in the universe. Yes, I would do it! Yeah, no, that's Dr. Vile. This can't be happening. A new world, a new order. History is once again in motion. Seal, back! Zero? Inscribe it upon the world, the name of our ruler. Vile, 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 Vile. Both of you, freeze. Yeah, thankfully X is just of another class than Vile, so he's able to his way through that. And of course, Zero's immune to this because he's not a Reploid. That's okay, they're just unconscious. All I did was disable the power of the Dark Elf, but my current power can only protect those at the base. It took you long enough, X. Where's Vile? In Neo-Arcadia's underground power system. Sub-Arcadia. Oh, yeah. Omega is there too, transmitting the power of the Dark Elf around the world. Apparently. X and I are the only ones who can move around freely. Yep. Because they're not Reploids, right? I hate to keep bashing that point in, but that is literally a plot point. Is that the only two who aren't Reploids are X and Zero. And so anything that affects Reploids tends to not affect them. This is actually true with the Sigma virus as well, and the Maverick virus. Tell us the coordinates for Sub-Arcadia. So you plan on fighting against Omega? Yes. Why? Nothing. I'm sure you'll be fine. Be careful, Zero. I've verified coordinates for Sub-Arcadia. Transfer device. Transfer me. I'm pretty sure Darth Vader would rip the frickin' floor with Copy X, because Copy X is not that great. I mean, Hymex... I have never seen any evidence that Hymex is not a Reploid. Oh yeah, is this where Phantom is? Sorry, spoilers. I'm probably geared up enough for that. X versus Vader. X would destroy Vader. X would absolutely annihilate Vader. Are you kidding me? Let me just burn all of my things and become a god of Mega Man, which I'm also not, so never mind. Hey, and then X would gain Vader's powers. Whatever those are. I'm not sure how that would work, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, he's still a Reploid, though, Zalok. Just like Copy X and, frankly, the 4 Guardians are, so... No, I stand by my statement. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hit! There we go. Almost didn't see that. I did not mean to skip that. Hang on, I was trying to load my menu. Okay. Because we got a new thing. Heals when standing still. Ah! Nah, regen. I'm with it. And let's see, we got another body part, which is no recoil when hit. Yeah, we're gonna go and turn that on. The code lives on. The code is eternal. I don't agree with that, Spartan, but I'll admit that that's a vague, interpretive kind of thing, especially since, you know... life, right? I never thought I would meet you again in this world. If, thanks to Omega and his ilk, the portal to cyberspace has been opened, then fate is truly the ironic thing. Phantom, one of the 4 Guardians of Neo-Arcadia. But I defeated you. This is a shadow world where both Reploid souls and cyber elves live. After you defeated me, I became a mere soul, and somehow drifted back to cyberspace. This space where all data flows in the end. And there I learned all the truths. I learned about Savicom, the Dark Elf, and you, Zero. That's right, everything. So what's your point? Exactly this. You've never had what it takes to be a hero. I can't stand to look at you. Now it's time for your deletion by my hand. Optional boss. Same pattern, more things. I don't know if I'd do a lore craft on Mega Man, Mr. Red. I'd have to think about that. Like, a lot. Come on. Oh, I was trying to slice him in half. Truly did have the soul of a hero. Go, cross blades with Omega and show what that body can do. Will your blade flinch after you learn the truth? No. Do you have what it takes to be a hero? No. You must be the one to determine that. That, and that. Yeah, 03's upgrades are awesome, but a little bit silly. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and admit that I'm not 100% sure that's a Loke. So we'll see. So thank you, Savicom, very much. I do very, very much appreciate it. However, the Mega Man Collection's already been funded. Did you know that if you go to the website, there's a ticker on the upper left-hand corner that indicates the most recently funded things? I'm going to laugh if it's not there. I'm going to laugh if I didn't update that. Nope, it's there. Okay, cool. So if you want to put that towards something else, I would very much appreciate it. Either way, thank you very much, ma'am. Lufia, which is, I think, is really close to being funded, if I'm remembering. It's like 94%, something like that. Okay. That's a good question, Zalo. I've never actually done that. Like, I've never had time. I don't get a lot of time to play games off camera, so... I mean, I would tend to agree with that, Trihexia, because Zero is a beast, and that's how that works. Most powerful light Jedi is either Luke or Anakin, by the way. That's pretty much a gimme. Like, I'm not sure how debatable that even is. That was a loot thing. That's fine. We were talking about the light side of the Force. Why not? We always talk about Star Wars on this channel. Star Wars and Mass Effect. There's no escaping it. And Star Trek. There we go. That's the big three. Hey, Vile, kind of. Dr. Vile! How gallant you are, Zero, to play the hero all by yourself. All the Reploids in the entire world are now under my power. Humans are like pigs, dependent upon the Reploids for their very existence. You do realize, don't you, that if I felt like it, I could wipe out all humans in the blink of an eye. Pre, do with this one as you please. I've got some pig squeals to enjoy. The squeals of indolent pigs, wasting their pitiful lives on idle pursuits. Would you like to know who rules this world? He's back, the bad Reploid. He's back, the fake Reploid. I'll rip you to pieces. I'll tear you to shreds. Oh, Zero is super light side. Like full tilt. Am I am, okay. Oh, I know. So yeah, you want to hear a little anecdote, a little narrative irony. If Vile wasn't so insistent on torturing people, he would have already won by now. If he just felt like killing off everyone, which is something he will eventually try to do, he could do it right here, and nobody could stop him. The only survivors would be the Resistance members, which is one human and maybe a handful of Reploids, and that's it. Hey, Reloaded! I have things to talk with you about, but those can wait, apparently. Priya, there's something wrong. Yes, Kriya, there's something wrong. I feel like I'm being stabbed with pins and needles. I feel like I'm being smashed with clubs and hammers. Pull a Porky? Mr. Red? I don't know. Zero, you're right. I just received some new information from X. Come back to the Resistance base. So there's X, who is Mega Man, Prince Philosopher. So, first of all, thank you for the sub, Mr. Reloaded. I do always appreciate that. Second of all, so Sis thinks it should be Archer. I'm going to say that super vaguely, for obvious reasons. We actually had a long discussion about. I'll tell you the more details later, but that's the summary. Obviously, I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just saying she and I talked that around the circle a lot yesterday. She also thinks we should do something with Travis in that, which I'll just detail later. And she and everyone else in the universe thinks that the animated version is the one we should go with. And not just because it's better, but because it's more clear. Several people reported being able to actually understand what's going on the screen better when it's moving. And that makes sense, right? Like, not everyone has the knowledge and know-how of NES graphics to be able to, at a glance, discern what's going on for a still. But when it's moving, it's like, oh, well, this is a person, and this is an object, and they're interacting this way. So it's a lot more clear that way what's going on. So I will somehow endeavor to keep doing the animation, but no promises. Yeah, time is always the enemy of my existence. And that's the two things I just wanted to share real quick. Oh, absolutely, Merloaded. I'm looking forward to seeing what she comes up with. Tell her hi for me, by the way. I don't even know her name, but I don't care, because she's cool, because she's with you, so tell her hi. Zero, it's great to see you back safe. X just sent us some new chords. Apparently, they indicate where Vile and Omega are. This may be the last battle. We're still debating it, Von Falkenstein. We're debating a lot. I don't mind sharing this. What we're doing right now, so there's the whole series, and then there's each show, each... Hang on, let's walk this back. There's the franchise, all of Star Trek. Then there's each show, each series. Then there's each season, and then there's the outlines for each season. And these are the various skeletons. We finished this, we finished this. We've mostly finished this for Enterprise in specific, so right now what we're working on is skeletoning out the structure of the episodes as how they fit within the season, and then the series, and then the shows. Make sense? So that's the step we're on. We've been kind of working our way down there. Maybe I'll think of a new weapon or two. Okay. Let's go in here first. I'm gonna talk to Andrew, don't worry. But first, let's open up our discs, because I haven't been able to do this for a couple stages. We missed a few, but that's okay, I don't care that much. But you see why I say we're still debating what we're doing with Archer and Arcs and all that, because that's at the layer we're at right now. The evil Dark Lord leads the What? The evil Dark Lord leads the Zenai army. What? Who are the Zenai, and who's the Dark Lord? And what does that have to do with Phantom? That's gotta be a reference. Hang on, let's Google that. Oh. The Zenai army is apparently, in English, referred to as the Cutting Shadow Squadron, which consists of Phantom, but also Machine, who we've killed, Phoenix Magnion, who we've killed, Haleg Orubakal, the snake dude, Burble Heckalot, the frog dude, and Tech Kraken. Okay, that's... What? Okay. What's up, dude? I wouldn't be overstating that. Okay, so we've already actually heard that. There we go, okay. Zero, I'm scared. Even when I hold on to this little guy, I'm still scared. Please stay and don't ever go away. Foreshadowing. Oh yeah, we should look at the ultimate chip. Which is that one. All foot chips. So that means we have double jump, dash through foes, jump on water, increase running speed, and ignore ice. Yeah. I'm totally using that because of course I am. Let's go talk to Andrew, the greatest of all characters. It's just a little robot toy that she has. Zero, I just know it. I know you can overcome any hurdle, no matter how high. I mean... Yeah. Huh? Oh, he says the same thing! Come on, Andrew. Hey, Cyclone. Yeah, no, we'll be starting Z4 hopefully tomorrow. The goal is to finish this and the post-stream wrap-up and paperwork I have to do prior to my doctor's appointment this afternoon. That's what I'm aiming for. If I fail that, then we're just behind a day, and that's whatever. Okay, so nobody's saying anything new. Let's just get on with it. Except for her, I'm so glad Mr. Harpui is better. Mr. Zero, remember to take care of yourself. Don't worry. I always do. I've got upgrade chips out the wazoo. I believe in you, but please don't bite off more than you can chew. I gotta be real, I'm not sure how much Zero can chew at this point. I'm not sure he knows how much he can chew at this point. Alright, those are some big teeth, is what I'm trying to say. Or big cheeks? It would explain a lot, Crazy Norse. Alright, let's do it. Ordnance obtained from the original X has been input completely. Ordnance lead to the abandoned research lab. According to our records, this is where Vile used to carry out his research. It's right next to the place where you were sleeping, Zero. Vile and Omega are there, aren't they? Yeah, they tried making Reploids without teeth, but people thought they looked weird, so they stopped that. I'm joking, although that would be funny. I mean, you could swap body parts in and out pretty much at will. There's a lot of options for narrative. You know, just cute little stuff. Crunch, I think that's what that's called. Nah, it doesn't sound right. Whatever, you know, flavor. I feel bad for these poor Pantheons. At this point, they're fighting a fully upgraded Zero. Like, why are you even here? And yeah, the door from Z2's ending. Got some continuity going on in here. I'm pretty sure Zero would absolutely destroy Astro Boy, but that's because Astro Boy isn't exactly known for his destroying capacity. He does have a butt laser. I'll give him that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do one thing really quick. It is. True enough, Leander. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Christmas. When I start designing robot bodies for people, they're gonna have, you know, teeth and eyes, and stuff that they don't need. Cosmetics, right? We've played video games before. We know how important cosmetics are. Alright, gotta have the refights. God, I actually forgot about this. I really did. Speaking of which, I was thinking about the refight thing and how that's always a negative. It occurred to me, there is one Mega Man game that might not get a negative for the refights. I'm not even going to say which one it is. We'll talk about it when we get there. It's just, it's debatable. Even there, it's certainly not a good thing. Yeah, I would say this is probably the most refight we get in the series. Because we get refights from previous games and from this game. Obviously, I'm talking about X7, which has the best refights in the franchise. Actually, one of my favorites is, it's X5 or 6, I forget which, I think it's 6, where several of the bosses had, like, specific stuff in the stage layout that was part of the boss fight. And so when you refight them, that layout is still there, even though there's absolutely no reason for it to be there, and it's completely illogical. I think that's 6, specifically. Your type won't survive in the new world that's coming. So, boss refights, negative. I'm gonna go and get rid of this one, because this didn't show up. Well, I'll leave it there, just in case it shows up the last stage. I'm gonna hit this button so I stop hearing the charge noise for a second. Why, Krenzler? You know what? No, I'm gonna walk that one back. Did you want to get past the refights, Krenzler? Trust me, I feel you. Hey, Spokov, what's going on? Let me just stroke my beard here for no reason. Okay, sorry. So I'm codifying everything we've got so far, except the possibility of ice physics showing up at the last minute, which honestly will probably only be a single negative if it does, but I'm just leaving it there because I don't feel like deleting it, which means we're going to get rid of all this potential stuff and just do that. And that's where we're at with that. Double checking. I am immune to ice physics, that's fair. But I don't think we're going to give that. But maybe decide to grow one? You know, what's funny is I don't remember. I'm not actually joking. I really don't remember what the impetus was. I'm pretty sure it was curiosity. Okay. We're up to date. Anyway, boss refights. You know, actually, it just occurred to me there are, in fact, 2 boss refights in the franchise, which we'll have to debate if they deserve a negative. But we'll get there. No, I wouldn't want Guido's beard. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? That would be so much upkeep. I know it's so much upkeep, because, you know, he has told me about the upkeep that thing requires. It was, yeah, that was it, Blue Felix. It was the only reason. I'll show you, Bold. Slice. Oh, that's a good slice. How could I, the newest and greatest to lose to a century-old piece of junk? You know, what's funny is we actually hear lines to that effect from X4 to ZX2. It's just such a recurring thing. How can I lose to such an old Reploid? You are obsolete. You dunderhead. Lord Vile's ideals were set in motion a century ago. Who are you to complain now? Get in line. Do you want to be left behind? I mean, yeah, in fairness, most people don't really know who Zero is, or who X is, or Vile is, or any of that stuff, because, you know, that's kind of one of the downsides of apocalypses, is you tend to lose information about history. Go figure. And slice. You can hurry as fast as you want, but you'll never catch up with a history that has already passed you by. I am the history. Or, I mean, there's an upside to an apocalypse. Why don't we ask Fallout about that? Lord Vile's new order. It's so hot. It's That's an actual line in the actual game. I didn't make that up. That's actually what they said. I won't let you get in the way. I'll turn you to ashes. Dr. Vile is just so dreamy. And now we have a harem anime about Mega Man, starring Dr. Vile, and all the robots that he has reprogrammed to fall in love with him. Where did that come from? Slice. So hot. So hot. I hope you writhe in pain alone in the new world. And Dr. Vile is just like, oh, Senpai, my cloaca. Listen, you're the one who started it, not me. And by you, I mean humanity. I didn't have nothing to do with any of this crap. I was cool with robots, you know, fighting bad guys, and everyone else is like, sex. I'm like, okay, fine. Fine! Here! You win! Yeah, I have to admit, unironically, even though I will almost assuredly never actually get to do it, a Mega Man rewrite would probably be one of the biggest things I would want to rewrite. You know, if I was to start the rewrite project. Speaking of which, I do hope yours goes well, Blue Alex. I'm sorry I didn't respond verbally. I read it, though. What's funny is you are the third person to tell me that you've been inspired by our rewrite project to do your own, for Star Trek specifically. Who needs loot? Nobody needs loot, except for Derry. Listen. Oh, hang on. So you're back again, ready to be broken. I'll do it if you don't mind. What? Are there any Mega Man not in need of a rewrite? No. Even the best written Mega Man, which is the one you're staring at, by the way, is still in need of some polishing. Slice! You broke me. No, I sliced you. But you won't be able to break Omega. I guarantee that. Yeah, speaking of copying boss rooms, we just have the boss copy thing for no reason. Yeah, so most speedrunners tend to run in Japanese for various reasons. Japanese games usually are earlier versions of the games, so they have more bugs. The guard dog of Hades. Lord Vile has instructed me not to let you in. I'll bite you to chunks. Okay. Oh, it's you. It's Gorilla. Anyways, but yeah, so like, I was answering a question. Oh yeah, Japanese. So, Japanese text renders faster and with less text than English, but that doesn't always matter. In fact, in some cases it matters so little that it comes down to preference rather than, you know, actually being worthwhile. But again, most Japanese games, versions of the games tend to be earlier builds. And speedrunners love bugs. Give me that slice! Why can't I bite you to chunks? Why do I hurt all over again? Well, you see that giant line in the middle of you? Well... I did, Zach Taft, and I will be sure to deliver it personally. What are you doing in a place like this, little boy? It's your bedtime. You mustn't see the world that lies ahead, little boy. You mustn't survive, little boy! Okay. Nah, you know what? That's fair, Dark Tyrant. I'll give you that. mind. Wait until we get to the Vile fight. Because that fight is RNG hell. He has so many attacks he can use, and he is just purely RNG on which one he uses at any given point in time. Slice! We need to throw a temper tantrum. All your struggles will be in vain. That's right. You're no hero. You're no god of destruction either. There's nothing you can do. I'm sliced in half! I want to slice him in half, Treyexia. Have I not made this clear? I've been doing it on every single boss fight so far. I just really want to slice them in half. Oh, Lord. I don't even want to think about that, Cyril. First thievery. No unlawful entry. How outrageous. There's no mercy for those who disrupt the order. I'll sentence you to death. Just so you know, I'm going to be killing you now. FYI. Yeah, we didn't manage to photo finish all of them last time around, so we can handle it this time. Slice. Was this you dare defy my judgment? Why is my upper half sliced off from my other half? That doesn't make any sense at all. Wait a minute. Crikey. Oh god. I've never seen that attack personally, but I have seen it in a speedrun, which was otherwise doing very, very good on its timing, and then ran into that. By the way, isn't that just the worst thing? Speedruns where the last boss, or right before the last boss, has something super RNG that could cost you your run. That's just the worst feeling right there. Well, not the worst, but you know, it's a bad feeling, is what I'm trying to say. Having fun playing the hero, Zero? You do understand, don't you, that I have no time for your petty games. So let's finish this once and for all, shall we? How pitiful. Of course, a Reploid like you would never understand. The joy of ruling all that you see. Only a human could possibly understand. A human? That's right. I'm a bona fide human. Oh yeah, this is technically a reveal. The creator of Reploids. No, you're not. A human being. The desire for power. The joy of making everything work for you. You have no way of experiencing this without a human brain. It is the ultimate joy. By the way, that line right there is all the characterization you need for Dr. Vile in one sentence. The ultimate joy is forcing other things to do your bidding. No mere Reploid could ever understand. You know, I bet most decent humans wouldn't understand either. You look like just another Maverick to me. All I have to do is dispose of you, like any other Maverick. Good. An excellent speech, Zero. You must feel great, right? Well... Oh, Zero. You are a fun guy, Zero. I'd like to play some more, but it's time we parted. I have some more fun surprises left in store for you. Enjoy them to the last. This should be fun. Yeah, by the way, he has a giant energy sword, because of course he does. Not bad, Zero. But Omega's true power is much greater than you've been led to expect. Go get him, Omega. Release the power of the Dark Elf. So, yeah, this fight. Yeah, that wasn't even a warm-up, that first phase. This, I'm a little more worried about. There we go. Well, I do have a lot of health, so... Let's see how this works out. And yes, of course, that's a bottomless pit. Hang on, there's... Well, okay, I shouldn't spoil. Okay. So he powers up with the Dark Elf and collapses. I want you to think about this for a moment. What we just fought was a giant armor that was built by Dr. Vile to empower a... I cannot believe I just skipped that cutscene. Christ's sakes. I was trying to pause. Hang on. Hang on, we're gonna redo that. I'm not used to start actually skipping cutscenes. It's kind of disorienting, really. Whatever. I'll stop playing around this time. Just put it in the face. Man, I swear I have a narrative point to make here, but I gotta fight the boss again. I love his giant sword in the background, by the way. Also notice the two heads, one based on X, one based on 0. Just point that out. Anyways, okay, so, as I was saying... Hojo, Mr. Red. Dr. Vile built this giant robot body armored mecha suit, and then he helped build the Dark Elf in order to empower it even further. And that's this thing, right? This is the thing that caused large-scale devastation after the initial issues of the Elf War settled down, right? But all of this is kind of pathetic to someone like Zero, because Dr. Vile, for all his brilliance, and he is smart, let's be very clear about that, but for all his brilliance, for all his knowledge and know-how, all he was ever doing was repurposing something else. The two giant armors we just fought are based on another design. Excellent, Zero. Your power is extraordinary for a mere fake. Fake? Because that is the original Zero. It's body. I gotta claim it. I gotta be clear about that. But that is actually the original... I know the art style's changed, but that is the Zero body that was in the X series, the one that was that Zero was running around in for that whole time. He bounced out of it for various reasons that have to do with making the elf, yada yada yada. We've actually kind of already talked about that. There's also a little bit of questionableness about this because this was actually a bit of a retcon, because originally we were literally a copy of Zero, just like Copy X. It's just, you know, we weren't horribly evil or whatever. Anyways. See you, the legendary Reploid? You fool. Those Resistance losers just decided to call the Reploid they found here Zero, for some reason. You may be Zero, in a way, but you're still merely a copy. You're no legendary hero at all. You're just a reproduction. Which is hysterical coming from Vile, who, as Trihexius point out, has never made an original thing in his life. You thought you were a hero all along, didn't you? Never suspecting that you were a mere copy. What a joke. Omega himself is the one and only original Zero. You're just a copy of him. Yeah, you've said that like 4 times now. The original Zero. Why is he your slave, then? He's a bloodthirsty god of destruction. All I did was upgrade him to draw out all his power. No, the actual answer is, remember the lack of intellect thing? You'll notice, and this is just very telling of his character, in my opinion, there's only one Reploid that Vile gives any respect towards at all, and it's Omega. You know why? Because Omega's not a Reploid. Omega's a weapon. And that's exactly how Vile thinks. That they are nothing more than tools that mean absolutely nothing to him, other than to be a tool, right? Ergo, the one tool that doesn't talk back to him is the only one that doesn't piss him off. This is also what he wants for all Reploids, by the way, is to be completely mindless servitors. Alright, Omega, or should I say Original Zero. Time to wake this pitiful fake from a century-long dream. So this is the actual hard fight. It's much harder, he's much faster, and he has a hell of a moveset. This is the one I'm worried about, really. Also notice the song. Damn it. No, of course not. Thanks for fun. He was born that way, which is even better. Give me a second. Any second now. Hello? I'm playing it kind of cautious here, so forgive me. Yeah, no, this is a mean fight. I can't even imagine doing this in a no upgrades S rank run. Is that just oof. Which I've never done, consequently. And probably never will. There. One shot. E. Whoops. Ah, whatever. You plan to reactivate Omega? Watch, but don't interfere. Don't forget, I hold the lives of all humans and Reploids in my hand. I harpoo you. Zero, what are you doing? Hurry, stand up! Hey, here to get a little payback, Omega. Time to straighten the record. Vile is trying to bluff you. He can't do anything in his current state. That Dark Elf, shut them up! Zero. What is a Dark Elf? Hey, X. The Dark Elf's curse is fading. Do we have to call being reprogrammed a curse? Like, I get being fanciful with words. I'm pretty sure Wily would despise Vile, ironically, Triaxia. Especially since one of Wily's big things is, you know, brilliance and doing his own thing and, you know, being renowned, ego, right? Vile, by contrast, you know, Wily would look down on him. Even ignoring, you know, how evil and horrible he is. He would just look down on him as a pathetic scientist who can only ever make worse copies of other people's work. Something that Wily would find despicable professionally. Who is that, X? That's right, Wile. Just like a century ago. I worked with Zero to defeat this Omega then, and we saved the world from your greedy clutches. Just like a century ago? Yeah, the defeated Omega's using your original body. That's all. Your current body may be a copy, but your heart is the real thing, aka program transfer. Alright, now's the time. While the Dark Elf's power is weak, let's finish what started a century ago. Zero, don't do it. That's your original body. Don't you feel any attachment? Are you really prepared to spend the rest of your life in that cheap fake? You can do it. You know what's truly important. Go on, Zero. And they let you do the shot there, by the way. Speaking of which, plus the gameplay, that whole sequence. Just hell yeah. Correct, Ross. It is this afternoon. And I know that this is kind of, you know what, I don't even care. No, plus the gameplay for the fight. Plus the story for how they lined that up. Like, I'm sorry, if we ever... I know this is not a great comparison, but if we were ever to review Metal Gear Solid 3, the final shot, and I'm saying that way to avoid spoilers, would probably get a plus by itself, and that's kind of where that's coming from. Excellent, Zoctoft. Can you hear me? Zero. Aelia, leave me alone! My energy is almost all spent. I can't stay in this world much longer. I want to leave this world in your care. The threat Vile represents has not left this world, and I want you to protect humans and Reploids. You can do it. And then X leaves the franchise. And that's actually it. X will never be seen again in a sentient sapient capacity. His impact will be felt in the future, but he is gone now. Now, it's left vague on purpose, so it's up to you whether or not he dissipates, his program finally degrades, in other words, he dies, or if he disseminates back into the lower layer of the cyberspace, which, as I mentioned before, is functionally the afterlife for Reploids. Your take. Your pick. What a relief. I was so worried about you. Mr. Zero, you've regained consciousness. What a relief. Hey, everyone! Mr. Zero's awake. He's alright. Woo! I agree, Leander. But I think that's not actually what happened, but, there's some logic to that. Where is this? The Resistance base? Who could have... Oh yeah, I should probably mention that the Guardians have also left the narrative too. Leviathan, Harpuya, and Fafnir. Now, what's funny is their fate was left vague for a really long time. It wasn't until much later in one of the art books, I believe, where they finally confirmed that what actually happened was the three Guardians stayed behind to contain the explosion of Omega and the lab. So they died in the consequence of that, and they're gone now. So I should probably mention at this point that 03 was supposed to be the end of the series. We'll talk about that in just a second in more detail. Wait, no, you're Mother Elf. Yeah, she brought you back here. Zero. What a warm, gentle light. Mother Elf. Has Vile's curse been broken? Oh my god. Yeah, they did what Guardians should do, exactly. That's a good question, Mega Skull Spockmon, but that is, as ever, not my decision. That is up to people who fund runs and whether or not I place things or not, so... I don't know, is the answer. Shouldn't we follow her? Oh, she's finally free. There's still Vile, but she's let go. But let's let her go in peace for now. And yeah, you notice how this is in many ways an ending. X is gone, the Guardians are gone, Copy X is gone, in every sense of the word, and the Cyber Elf curse is completely removed. The only... Oh, and also Zero has come to grips with his identity as himself, and Omega has been removed. The only dangling threat at this point is Vile himself, and if you were paying attention to the dialogue implies that he doesn't actually have the power he says he does. That he's just bluffing, that he can't actually kill everyone and do everything with his elves. And considering we removed the elves from his control, he can't control all the Reploids now. So, you could see why this would be an actual ending. Not a to-be-continued or a whatever, just a straight-up ending. Vile has been truncated to the point of powerless. Right? The end. Now, obviously, there is a 04, which was effectively forced upon Inti Creates to make, and they structured the ending of 04 to ensure that they wouldn't be brought back to do another one. Go figure. Anyways, I know you're not worried about a thing, but even if your body's a copy, as long as your heart is your own, you are zero. The one and only zero. Yes, that's how that works. I mean, Omega is not zero. Omega is a shell, which happens to have alternate code. Anyways. I agree with Takoida, by the way. Seal absolutely gets way too dependent on zero. It's understandable why. But it is worth noting that it isn't until the gap between 0 and ZX, excuse me, that Seal actually starts to do stuff on her own. You know, be proactive and get stuff accomplished. It was the end, obviously. So that was arguably the best of the Zero games. Now we gotta run through the Audit really quick. So let's do that really quick. Pull up the Audit sheet here. Okay. Mega Man 0. Here we go. Alright, so. Narrative animation. Nope. Z2 was the one who did that. There's not a lot of good animation in the cutscene, so it doesn't get the same plus. Skipping over that. Yeah, exactly, Leander. You're absolutely right. Like, she moves on as soon as she doesn't have a crutch anymore. Go figure. Atmosphere and tone? No. Babylon 5 effect? No. Background lore? No. Banter? No. Branching narrative, no. Camera work, no. Characters, actually, yes. We've given several pluses to characters in this one. Dialogue is a negative, as it usually is in this game. Doodads is a plus. Empty text doesn't exist in this one, like it did in C1. External continuity, absolutely. Lots of it. Fake drama, no. Foreshadowing, no. Humor, no. Integration, no. Internal continuity. No. Intro. I wasn't as impressed with the intro of this one as the previous two, so I don't think we're going to give a positive for that. We'll move on. Lighting, localization, music, moments. Yes, there is actually a moment thing, but we're going to give that into themes. Outro, narratively. Yeah, that's why I'm hesitating on the outro, because the what do we think about the outro narratively? You know, Vile has taken control of the elves, is using them to control all the Reploids, and plans to murder and torture and kill humans and Reploids at his whim because he's horrifically evil. X gives us the breathing space we need in order to be able to go after him and take him down before he can actually activate his plans. We find out that he's not as strong as he thought he was. Remove the original Omega. And purify the elf. Yeah, unfortunately, Vile is a fascinating example of a Type 4 villain. The harsh truth is that I don't think he lends the weight he probably could have. We'll see if that continues in 4, because he's going to be very much a main character in 4. I think we're going to pass over the pacing, padding, plot. My notes here. Sound design, story sequencing, storyboarding, storytelling, themes, which is where we're putting that plus. Identity. Visual storytelling, yep, it's a Mega Man game. Most Mega Man games get that. And voice acting doesn't really exist, which moves us on to gameplay. Real meat here. Yes, hard mode is that, that's cool. Yep. Yes, save. Yes. Okay. Gameplay. Doesn't apply. Animations? Yep. Audio spam. I don't think this qualifies as audio spam. We can argue that. Does anybody think that the boss spam on audio is a bit too much. Hard mode just increases damage and health. Like, I don't think it actually increases anything else. I could double check that. I will double check that, but I'm almost positive it's just a damage health thing. Give me a moment. Blah, 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 blah. You take more damage. You cannot use cyber elves. And your weapons cannot level up or become elemental. Okay, there you go. That's what hard mode does. That's actually better than I thought it was. Also, once you beat hard mode, you get Jackson mode, and once you beat Jackson mode, you get ultimate mode. Oh, right, okay, that's the casual mode. Okay. Auto battle doesn't apply, alternate leveling doesn't apply, backtracking doesn't apply, bestiary doesn't apply. Bosses. Pretty sure we gave several boss positives. No bugs. No builds, no cheats, no camera, no choices, no co-op. Controls are good. Right. Controls. Yep, controls are good. Pro combat is good. Oh, absolutely not, Triaxia. I mean, I don't want to spoil for tomorrow, but let's just say we'll see exactly what I mean by that tomorrow. Which game did players hate the most amongst the Mega Man games? Probably X7. That is the most commonly hated game in the Mega Man series, and for good reason. But if you mean amongst the Zeros, the one I tend to hear the most negativity about is actually Zero 2. I personally dislike Zero 1 the most, but we'll see what we think of 4 when we get there. No cosmetic, no crashes. Difficulty options or mutators. No. Durability doesn't exist, encounter it doesn't exist, enemy encounters, enemy variety. We did get that pass. Okay, just double checking. Fast travel doesn't exist. Sprite work, yes. Leveling was not an issue this time around. You notice I leveled everything just by playing through the game normally? Holy crap, how's that for a shock? In fairness, the only one that I grind was 01. I don't think we're going to have that issue in the future. Maybe in the ZXs, I don't actually remember that well, to be completely honest. HUD info in-game. Hang on. I don't think either of those are really a plus or a negative, so we'll just move on. Interface, though. I feel like I gave a plus to interface. Read my own notes here. Yep, nope, there it is. Oop. Intro. I just realized I actually need to put a plus for difficulty as well. Yeah, there we go. And there. And then a werewolf attacks. No! Okay, hang on. No. Alright, itemization. Kit. We've given several kit pluses, I think. The satellite elves system goes under kit. And the thing, they say, yeah, 2 plus... Yeah, I thought the same thing the first time I saw it. In fact, I thought the same thing when I saw it, like, Saturday. When we were first going through it, it's like, is that Omega's sword? And then I realized, no, that's the ship he was lodged in. Levels, yeah, we gave lots of pluses to levels. It's a Mega Man game. Do we give any negatives to levels? We did not. The ice physics negative is going away. Speaking of which, just get rid of that. Level scaling doesn't apply, lighting doesn't apply, penalty for failure doesn't apply, log doesn't apply, there's no map, there's none of that, none of that, none of that, none of that. No mod support. Music, we gave a plus for music. Begin plus gets a plus. Outro gets a plus for the Omega setup and fight and all that fun stuff. There's no overworld, there's no power progression curve per se. Quality of life features, replayability. Replayability. What do you think? Hi, Croatia. Again, I guess. Welcome to the stream. Again. Yeah, we're going through Mega Man, the Mega Man block right now. We'll actually be playing the Mass Effect series again sometime in a few months. Not sure when exactly. Thank you for the sub. Very much. If you happen to know what game you'd like to put that towards, please let me know. Write that down. There we go. I kind of hope not Trihexia, but I like my own personal theory on that. I like the idea that the reason we haven't heard from the colonies is because they just kind of have not been doing well without Earth. You know? Dude, if I could get the country of Croatia to sub to me, are you kidding me? Is that it? Oh, hang on. Yeah, I know, right, Dakota? It's like, hey, and then nothing. X5 kinda poked at that. Dude, that is legit, Croatia. That would be awesome. So yeah, the way it works is, could someone link Croatia to the list, please? And you look at that, and that's all the games that are currently being funded. You can see by the bars how funded they are. And you could put it towards one of those, and it increases the funding and makes the run happen. That's how we do things nowadays. So. Okay, so where were we in the audit? We're getting pretty far in. Replayability. Replayability. Any thoughts on this? I know that's a weird thing to mention, but honestly, there are several... Thank you, Zactef. There are several Mega Man games that are going to get the replayability plus, because in my opinion, the Mega Man games are pretty replayable. And Z3 is the first one of these games that I would absolutely go back in and just replay just for fun. Like, I kind of want to go back through it. Especially with the New Game Plus mode, and just kind of poke around it and see what I can do. Just now, that being said, this is something we're going to debate with each Mega Man game. I wouldn't want to replay Mega Man 1, but I absolutely would want to replay Mega Man 6. I probably wouldn't want to replay Mega Man 7, but I would absolutely want to replay Mega Man 9, and you get the idea. So, that's why I'm debating it in this case, because if we give it, this will be the first 0-1 to give it. Oh, I don't like the ranking system. I never have. But, you know, that's it. Oh, here's Dakota's favorite song, I think. No, it wasn't this one. Hang on, which one was it? It'll be a nightmare, Trihexia, but we'll manage it. This one, right? I think. I'm pretty tired, but I remember you mentioning it. I'm pretty sure this was the song that you listed as being legit. Good morning, Dragoon. We'll just let that play for a second. Okay, so... You know what? No. I'm going to walk back from that replayability. I know that sounds horrible. But we've already given the New Game Plus thing, so... Yeah, we're going to move on. Now, let's talk about the ranking system in just a second. Let's finish the audit for right now. There's no railroading, there's no Raspberry Jam, there's no respec, there's no real save system, the sound design, strategic layer terrain, none of this actually exists. Which leaves us with... We don't give the unskippable cutscenes negative. All you do is say it. Just say it in chat, Croatia. Just say, I'm interested in blah. And I write it down manually. And I keep track of it on my end. Visual continuity doesn't exist in this one, unfortunately. Visual distinction, not really. Walk through as Yoshi jumps. Okay, that's everything. Hades, you got it. Let me jot that down. Or Hades, thank you. Again, we stream, by the way, Tuesday through Friday, 10 hours a day. We stream for 5 hours on Saturday, and then we have some podcasty stuff on Sunday, if you're wondering. I think you can also see the schedule down there somewhere, but anyways. So, that kind of concludes... This one, Dakota? That's what I'm here for, Croatia. So let's talk the ranking system. I've actually been meaning to have this conversation, and I keep forgetting because I'm an idiot. I think the ranking system deserves a negative. Hear me out for just a second. Reborn. Well, now we're on to 0-4, so... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, see, this is the reason. A ranking mechanic like, say, Sonic the Hedgehog, no negative. Why would there be? It's just there for the people who want to challenge themselves or want the extra difficulty of trying to go through either very quickly or very precisely, or whatever it is that game cares about. That's fine. You don't get powers in all three of the Z games we've covered so far if you don't get the ranking. Now, yes, you can kind of get away with that by having those elves that allow you to get a ranking for one stage, but the fact that you're playing a Mega Man game where you don't get boss abilities because of the fact that you didn't do an A rank, and one of the requirements for the ranking is to not use mechanics in the game, the Cyber Elves, which it's I mean, I get the point of a no materia run, but I kind of disagree with it on various levels, you know? So I honestly think that deserves a negative. Now, that being said, what I'm thinking right now, let's go back, because this is going to be under core mechanic, is what this would be. Here we go. What I'm thinking right now is that we're going to give a negative to 3 and 2 for that, and 2 negatives to 1. Because, now talk back with me on this, because I want to make sure my memory is correct here. But I'm pretty sure that the ranking thing in 1 is, like, worse than 2 and 3. Like, I know there's no elf to counteract it. The requirements of what you can do is worse. There's no satellite elves to bypass it. Okay, let me just look it up. Which is a shame too, because the bosses are actually harder when you get A rank, which is kind of a cool idea, but you know. Well, there's a lot of ranking titles we could get. What's Edgelord get? Oh, Edgelord is for using the Z-Saber over and over. So there you go, that's why we kept getting that one. I was wondering, why does he keep calling it that? Because we're using the sword. Let's see here. So I'm looking up some factoids here. I actually don't know where the term edgelord actually comes from. That would be funny if that was the origination. That's what I'm looking. I mean, obviously it affects the whether you get EX abilities, Blue of Alex. So whether you get weapon abilities. Oh no, sorry. Apparently it doesn't affect it in Z2, but so it does a change whether the boss uses special things. In 2 and 3, it changes whether you get boss abilities. Am I reading this correctly? Yep, nope. Okay, so in 2 and 3 and 4, it changes whether or not you get the abilities, and in 1, it changes whether or not the bosses are different. So, okay, I'm going to walk that back a second. Sorry. So apparently I am misremembering. That's why I asked. So, okay, we're not going to give 2 negatives to 1. We're just going to give a negative to 1. For the same reason we give it to everything else. Although... See, I think the ranking system is implemented worse in Z1, but it also is less bad. And I'm really debating how to deal with that. If only I had a Magister from Quel'Tha Lost to help me out in making this decision. Oh god, I think it is Cycloud. I guess I could look. I was just looking at that page. Let's see here. Oh, it's not going to say it, is it? Ah, whatever. It doesn't say anything about the weather. I remember something about that. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, yeah. In Mega Man 04, you have to beat the boss with a favorable weather pattern in order to get the EX skill. That's why I'm debating Blue of Alex. I do think it's badly implemented, to be just completely blunt. But if it's badly implemented, like that's like saying that the font is... Well, that's a bad example. It's like saying there's one vendor somewhere that's badly implemented. I mean, it's bad, but it's just this one vendor, and who cares, right? Really, Ventures? This game came out in like 2005 or so? Something like that. Damn, edgelord's a more recent phrase than I thought. Jesus. Well, whatever. This game definitely deserves the A rank, so... Negative to gameplay, core mechanic. Does anybody other than Blue Off Alex have an opinion on Z1? No offense, Blue Off Alex. I want other feedback, you know. This also means I'm gonna have to change the golden number of 0, too. Yeah, that's gonna suck. I guess I'll do that right now while I'm thinking about it. It's gonna be hero. Does anybody else have an actual opinion? That brings the golden number down to 20 for Z2. 20.66. Hey, it's the good song. Sorry. $457, $330. Sorry, I've been talking this whole time. I don't know how much you heard me or didn't hear me. Whatever. So, I'm plugging in the 0, 3 numbers into the spreadsheet to figure out a golden number, and then I'll chop off. I have a rumination to record, and then I have a doctor's appointment to go to. So, 01's golden number was 2.4. 02's golden number is 20.66. Shut up. 03, so I don't know if I said this when I was muted or not. 03 has almost double the score, and was a longer game. So 03's golden number is... Wow, that's actually quite good. 34.78. That puts it online with Homeworld Emergence, Cyberpunk, and Doom Eternal for a bit of perspective. Oh, it also puts it in perspective with my sister, who just called me. Hello, sister, who just called me. What's going on? Oh, okay. Well, do me a favor. Give me a second, okay? I'm gonna go and chop. I'm gonna go ahead and chop off the local recorded because we're done. Tomorrow we will be starting 04 as per usual, but I'm gonna leave the stream on for just a second.